All right. What's good, people? Pete from PFM Fit here, episode 12 of the PFM Fit GYMCAST. Um, yeah, it's leg day today, but we're deadlifting. So make with that what you will. Um, yeah, that is exactly what we're doing here. So, yeah, I don't know. What do you guys consider leg day to be? Is leg, or I mean, do you consider leg day to be like squats only, or would you throw deadlifts in on a leg day? Because I kind of hit a leg day earlier this week, um, whereas I played a soccer game, and my quads and calves are still wicked sore from it. And I also didn't deadlift that day because I played the soccer game. So, um, yeah, I figured I may as well deadlift on leg day because I still am sore in all my leg muscles, except for things like hamstrings and glutes and all that. So, yeah, so I may as well utilize the deadlift. I want to get my deadlifting in. I have goals on deadlift. I don't currently have goals on squat. Well, I mean, obviously get stronger, but I'm not pushing for the squat to get stronger these days um, as much as I am the deadlift at the moment. That could change in the future. It probably will. But yeah, today is a deadlift day. So, and since I'm not a specialist in the deadlift at all. I want to become one, but I am currently not one. Um, I did a lot of research today on deadlift warm-ups, deadlift progression schemes, basically how to grow your deadlift using, RPE calculations and the right rep schemes and program type things. And I have a program that I'm going to start with for the next few weeks. And it starts today with me figuring out my deadlift 10 rep max, which I'm going to estimate is between 265 to 285 ish. Somewhere around there is probably my 10 rep max on deadlift. And then it requires you to use that 10 rep max and then do 3 sets of 5 after the 10 reps. So it's kind of like a speed focused program to start. Then next week, 8 rep max, and then you drop and do 3 sets of 4. And then the week after that, it is, I think, a 3 rep max or a 5 rep max. And then you do, no, I think it's a 3 rep max. And then you do 3 sets of 1 or maybe 2 on that. And then after that week, max out to an actual 1 rep max attempt. So it kind of builds you up with a little bit. So it starts you off on week 1 with volume and speed work, a lot of reps, a lot of speed. Next week, it's, a lot of reps and some more speed and a little heavier weight. And the week after that, now it's prepping you for maximal loads by giving you heavy singles with some lighter weights, which I think is meant to be segued into a peak week where you go for that 1 rep max. So I think I'm going to try that, and then I'll test where my 1 rep max is now, and who knows? I might get lucky. I might hit a 405 right away, and Road to 405 deadlift is only 2 episodes. Then it'll be Road to 500, and that will be probably dozens of episodes. Road to 500 if I get a 405 too quickly. But at the same time, my deadlift might be less than 400 right now because I've never even hit a 400. My lifetime 1 rep max is 385. And once I was lifting around those ranges, I just kept hurting my back. But now I'm going into the deadlift a lot smarter, a lot wiser, a lot better at warming up, and we're going to use those tactics to hopefully lift heavier weights without getting injured. So that's my plan: be a smarter lifter because I've evolved. Ugh, not as much of a gym bro as I used to be. I still do gym bro exercises, but now I do them like my life's on the line. Because it really is. Because the physical fitness in the gym here is my sanity. Because it's literally my fucking physical therapy. You know, like it is physical therapy that soothes me mentally and physically. And if I injure myself, I can't do this as frequently or as hard as I like to, which does not help me mentally. So that's the balance: is having the forthright thinking to plan in the future and not injure yourself over one single workout so you can continue working out over a long period of time, as well as um, getting the satisfaction you need out of those slightly decreased workouts because you relish in the value of the long-term gains. Like, I would be upset if I hit a 405 today and I throw out my back doing it so I could only hit 405 one time in my life, rather than spend the next month working up to 405, hit 405, and then be able to progress to 420, 440, 450, 500, and keep going. That is much more satisfying to me than any one workout, is the long game. So that's what you guys got to play in the gym, is the long game, which I know is a tough concept to grasp because we all want abs in 1 week after one workout, and we all want, big arms and a 225 bench after one workout the same way. We all want to run a marathon our first day, but it doesn't work like that. And that's why most people quit. Because you don't get abs on day one. It takes you, at least maybe 6 months to a year, depending on where your starting point is. I got abs in a year within training abs for a year, and that was every day for a year. It took me to get good abs. And that was because I was also playing soccer, so I did a lot of cardio to go with it to accommodate for my shitty diet. Well, I never had really good abs. Okay, yeah. I think I understand why people do pause deadlifts now. I get it. It's not even just for the pause in the middle, it's to work on the transition from squat to hinge. So when you start the deadlift, I squat till about my knees, and then I'm hinging with my hamstrings and glutes and hips. I think that's how you're supposed to do it. Ooh. Whew. Okay, good set. Okay. Okay. Oh. God damn. I need to sit down after one set. There's a warm up set too. Fucking deadlifts. The deadliest of lifts. The deadliest of lifts. Ah. Yeah, here's an interesting concept. Yeah, the concept of drowning or water, drinking water is the number one cause of drowning. As seen right here, I'm just choking on water. That's not the interesting concept I was talking about. Professional soccer players and professional um, athletes at the non-Olympic level or non-professional fighting level, I think they're all doping. I have not ever heard a story or any regulations on testing for steroid abuse in the professional soccer game, in the professional basketball game, and anything other than the Olympics or combat sports. And I've also never heard a story of someone getting caught using PEDs or EPOs or any type of performance enhancers on the field or in their sport. So it's either they're all on steroids because they're not being tested, and or most of them are on steroids, probably 99%, or it's just such a regulated thing that nobody even tries to fuck with the system and game the system. But at the same time, you would think you would have heard about how regulated it is and how hard it is to be a pro because you need to not use dope in soccer and use performance enhancing drugs. You know what I mean? And at the same time, I also 100% don't believe no one would have been caught at all in the recent years or anything or the past lifetime. So it's very much leading me to believe that all the professional soccer athletes I know and love, because it's my favorite sport to follow and watch, and I also think this is true for like the NBA and the NHL and all these other sports, I think they might all be on steroids. Crazy theory, but I mean, I feel like if I do a little bit of research, I can either prove myself right or wrong pretty quickly. But for right now, since I'm busy with the workout, let's leave it up to speculation. Because I was having an interesting conversation as I was engaging in some camaraderie with my friends earlier. So, yeah, very interesting. But yeah, I don't know. I'm starting to think that, and honestly, it's not the end of the world. I mean, they are professional athletes playing against professional athletes. The training alone, I would need steroids to just keep up with the training alone, regardless of having the talent to actually perform in the actual games. I would need recovery supplements and all the HGH and steroids you could fucking give me just to recover from the amount of training these guys do, let alone actually performing. It is insane. So I get why they do it, but at the same time, if nobody was on dope, then they'd still be as good as they are and not having to play anyone on dope, anyone on steroids, anyone on performance enhancing drugs. Whether it's for your speed, your size, your strength, your endurance, any of those things. I mean, I obviously get why it's tested for in combat sports more so than other sports like soccer or something. But at the same time, I mean, if I was taking EPOs in college, I might have fucking, been a better player on the field. You know what I mean? Like, and who knows who was taking EPOs on the field with me? There was some beastly people, and I honestly never even thought about whether they could be on steroids or not. I think a lot of them might have been. I don't know where the fuck they get them from, but I guess there's a lot of whatever it takes kind of people, and if the regulating and the testing just isn't there, then that just leaves a void for it to be exploited. So, very interesting perspective. But I'm going to throw 135 pounds on here, hit about 5 to 8 reps. And I think I'm going to try something new on deadlift. We're trying a lot of new things today. So not only am I going to do less reps on my warm up sets, I'm going to do 8 reps on 135, but I'm going to do like 5 reps or less on anything else building up, and then just see how that feels when I get to my top sets. As well as I have some new ideas for like a warm up routine that I'm going to implement today and try in just a few minutes here. So yeah, let me add some weight, and then I'm going to hit my next warm up, and that'll be that. I was watching too much South Park yesterday. So funny. Such a funny show. I can't even quote what they were talking about because it'll probably get the banned or ridiculous. Which again reminds me of jokes they were South Park, fun of that kind of stuff. Let's just say they were referencing a certain country, a certain country's. Um, they were referencing a certain country's treatment of people in their rights in 1940s in Europe. Let's just say there was a lot of references to a certain country with a bit of a history for mistreating some people and abusing their rights in specifically Europe around 1930s to the mid 1940s. So I think you can do a little deductive reasoning and figure out what country I'm talking about that potentially borders Austria and Poland and like France, maybe. I don't know. I haven't looked at a map of Europe in a while, but figure it out. I think we all know what I'm talking about here. But okay. Anyways, I need to hit some serious deadlift warm ups. Otherwise, I'm going to seriously hurt myself. Because that's part of my problem. Because I don't have a very good deadlift warm up on my routine sheet here of warm ups, which looks like it looks. I'm not going to show you on the screen, but it looks like a note. It's a note on my phone, but I made it look like a yellow notepad, so it's kind of cool. But my deadlift warm up. Okay, so I have a new plan. The plan is so I'm gonna do lying hamstring curls, quad extensions, some banded hip extensions, and some leg swings. So I need to think of the order I want to do it in. I think I want to do it I think I want to start with hamstrings and quads, superset those together, and then after this set of 135, do another circuit of glutes and hips together. And I feel like those are the main muscle groups of the deadlift, besides the spinal erectors, aka the lower back, which I'm also going to warm up in its own way with a few mobility type stretches. So I'm going to start off here. I'm going to start off actually by turning the music on because I don't know why I didn't turn it on. I guess I forgot. But yeah, also a little bit of a later stream today. Started a little later than normally. I normally start around like anywhere between like I don't know, fucking 4 to 6 o'clock. We started like 7:30 today. One because I got caught up with some shit. I won't lie. I did get caught up with some shit, but um, I also kind of low key wanted to test how Twitch works and see um, and just see, if more people tune in later on in the evenings or something. I mean, it's a Friday, so I didn't know, how poppin' it would be. I'd be working on it anyways. I mean, fuck, I haven't gone out on a Friday night in fucking years. I just don't have anything to do. So I'm usually just chilling, working out, or just wasting time playing a video game or something stupid. So yeah, but and I like the gyms on Fridays too. When I used to go to public gyms, because they'd always be empty on Fridays because no one's fucking there. So I get all the equipment to myself. It's nice, it's peaceful. I love it. But yeah, so we'll just kind of low key check in to see how the Twitch crowd is on later in the evening on Friday or something. I don't know. Maybe people are at work or something all day. I don't know if people that old who have jobs actually watch Twitch or something. I feel like mostly kids are on this, but who fucking knows, man? The internet is everyone, so could be anybody. And I don't know. I might not be streaming on Twitch forever. I might move my stream onto YouTube and just stream from YouTube and post my content on YouTube and just be like a sole YouTube kind of fitness guy. Because I don't know. I guess it's a little confusing and people don't like to jump from platform to platform because I'm not really getting a lot of carryover followers from my Twitch to my YouTube. I don't think so. I feel like it's its own little world on each different platform. Um, so I kind of want to make it uniform. But take a little pre-workout here, and I'm gonna set up this hamstring bench right now. Yeah, I have 4 water bottles right here for the workout. I don't know if I'll drink all 4, but if I don't drink them during the workout, I'll drink them by tonight. So, but you never know if I hit a water bottle PR this workout or not. Water bottle PR is always on the table. I think my record's about 4 or 5 bottles, plus a pre-workout, plus a protein shake. So probably like 7 bottles worth of liquid. Ugh. Oh yeah, pretty fucking good. Pretty fucking good today. Woo! All right, let me turn the music on. Music. Yeah, buddy. All right. Yeah, this is gonna be a weird leg day. It's gonna be more like, honestly, just more like a back day. Because honestly, I think I'm just gonna, um, after I deadlift, I think I'm just gonna hit some hamstrings, some traps, and some lats. I mean, because my quads and calves are already cooked, so there's no point in hitting quads or calves or trying to squat or anything this week. But I could get a little more trap and lat work in, and obviously my hamstrings are fine, and I like hitting hamstrings with deadlifts. So um, yeah, so we're gonna do that. So basically, after we deadlift, we're gonna do some lat pullover, and then we're gonna superset hamstring curls and trap shrugs. So yeah, nice little workout plan with some deadlifts in. So we're gonna do that. So hope you're uh, hope you're ready to sit down and enjoy that. Listen to the sound of my voice, watch my awesome lifts, and have some fucking fun. So yeah, thank you for tuning in. I see we have 1 viewer, so better than nothing. Hello there, my 1 viewer. Let me know where you're viewing from. What part of the world or part of the country if you're in America. But yeah, feel free to let me know. Let's have a little conversation here. It's just you and me. Also, let me know if the music's too loud. It might be too loud. That might also just be on this side of the gym, though. But I can turn it down for a sec. It's honestly a little too loud to me, honestly. But yeah, all right, I'm gonna throw a 35 on, I guess. Will do just for warm up weight. All right, fuck it. Okay. All right, a little bit of a camera pivot. All right, so we're warming up the hamstrings and quads here. Pull this a little closer. Get the mic right here so you can hear me. Oh, what the fuck? Holy crap. I didn't think this exercise would hurt because my calves are so sore. Holy shit. That actually hurt. it's like it's like doing like a really deep tissue massage on my sore calves. Oh, that sucks. Hold on. I gotta do less weight. Wow. That is weird. I have never I guess I've never really done legs like before back, like a back day. Because I always thought, and well, this is true, I always think it's easier to squat with a sore lower back rather than deadlift with sore legs. You know what I mean? So I'd rather put my deadlifts earlier in the week before leg day rather than, um, program leg day earlier in the week and then hit deadlifts later on with like sore hamstrings, sore hips, sore quads, sore groin, sore calves. It just doesn't work for me. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna try and use less weight here and hopefully not blow out my calves. That was such a weird sensation. I've never had that kind of that bad of a soreness feeling. That is bad. Holy crap. All right. Well, now that I know what to expect, I can probably tough it out. Okay, yeah. Okay, that's better. Much better. Oh my god. Actually kind of kills, honestly. Oh my god, that it might be good though. It might work out the soreness in my calves. Oh, oh my god. What the fuck? I don't know if I can do this exercise today, honestly. Oh my god, I might have to scrap it. I don't know if I can do more weight on this. That actually fucking hurts. What a fucking weird fucking soreness. Holy crap. Dude, imagine your sore calves prevent you from doing hamstring curls. I doubt anyone else has ever even fucking realized that before. I'm just kidding. There's probably some hardcore leg day tryhards out there who hit like leg day first day of the week and then deadlift the next day and then they hit their bench day and then they fucking squat again. There is people who deadlift and squat like 3 times a week too, and hell, I mean I rate it, and they all have a lot more gains than me, but fuck, I don't know. I don't have the attention span I don't have the attention span to bench 3 days a week, unless it's different variations of bench, which is what I do. I could not squat or deadlift, even do variations 3 fucking times a week, dude. I'd lose my mind. Let alone even trying to recover from that. Fucking hell. No, I'm just kidding. I'd have to go really light and just get used to it. I just don't. I don't get it. I mean, I get the logic, and I guess it does work in execution. It just doesn't seem like a fun way to train. Like these guys who, like, let's say you work out every one muscle group once a week, and every muscle group once a week, and you go as hard as you can, so that same muscle group is pretty much sore till the next week when it's time to train it again. You can obviously make gains that way, but let's say you take that muscle group that you train really hard one day a week, you train it a third as hard, or you train it, like half as hard, but 3 times a week or 2 times a week. that somehow relates into more gains because you end up getting more overall sets of a lift, like a squat or a deadlift or a bench, and it makes more gains that way rather than one workout where you get to go heavier and harder at once. So by going not so heavy, not so hard, more frequently, you accumulate more strength and power through volume, which is, it's a legitimate approach to fucking making gains. All right, let me pivot the camera here. All right, we're just moving it to this angle for one set of quad extensions. But yeah, it's a very interesting concept of lifting or methodology that I do think does work based on the people I've seen apply it because it works for them. So fucking means it works for some people. I just think it's a very disciplined approach. You have to really, really delay and postpone those satisfying workouts and those satisfying goals at the you know at the degree that it is delayed gratification for a supposedly much bigger goal. You don't touch super heavy weights for a couple months while you're doing 3 sessions per week for each lift, and then by the end of that second or third month of that training block or cycle, um, you hit like a 50 pound or a crazy something PR, on your 1 rep max, or you throw like 100 pounds of your total by the end of the cycle on all 3 lifts or something. That would be that is definitely worth it, honestly, for the delayed gratification. But if you're like me, who's a fucking, short term, low attention span, ADD, ADHD, one of those ones, I don't know, I think it's ADD, with the where you can focus on things you like, but you can't focus on things people tell you to focus on. That's like why I suck at school, but I'm so good at learning things like the gym and, entrepreneurial concepts, all these things that I want to learn. I can fucking research and spend all day doing. You know what I mean? It's kind of a weird it's a weird superpower in a sense because it allows you to get really good at things you want to get good at, which once you're done with school is a really good skill to have because school only teaches you, what it teaches you, um, which is mostly just how to learn, how to grasp concepts and, form your own ideals and stuff for the most part. All right, just trying to set the camera. Perfect. Okay. All right. So yeah, that's warm up one. We hit the quads and hamstrings. That felt pretty good. Just very low intensity. I really need to do more mobility work and more stretching and stuff on my off days, especially because I'm getting sore and stiff in the winter. It's tough to stay limber in the winter. Your body just wants to be stiff and in hibernation mode naturally, but it takes that's where the stretching and the discipline really comes in because it takes that discipline to do it to help you stay flexible and loose in the winter. But yeah, slug a little pre-workout down my throat. Ooh. Yes. The toxic ingredients inside of this blend melted the ice. Perfect. Fuck. Yeah. Conventional or GTFO? Conventional deadlift or GTFO? I'm just kidding. If you do sumo, that's on you, but I don't know. I don't rate it as much. But my opinion shouldn't matter to you anyway. So if you do sumo, do your own thing. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my god, I just want to pass out. Fuck. Why are deadlifts so taxing? Oh, fuck this exercise, man. This is why I don't do this shit. Oh, that's why I need to do this shit. Because it's fucking hard. Alright. Yeah, if you're actually deadlifting the way you're supposed to, deadlift is a lower body exercise. 100%. Because you're supposed to, everyone's like, oh, start the deadlift like you're in a leg press and start with your legs. Okay, now it's a leg exercise. Because you're saying I have to start my deadlift with my quads, which I just didn't want to do for the longest time. I figured, no, you have to start with your hamstrings and your lower back and use those two to heave it up. Pretty much like an RDL. Um, and that's probably why I was injuring myself all the time. And now I'm trying to just make it a quad workout and just squat it like Eddie Hall and strongmen do a squat deadlift technique, which I think is an ugly deadlift technique, but I think it's the way my body is meant to do it, and that's what I have to do if I want to deadlift heavy. So it's basically just a matter of coming to terms with the frame that you have, even though it's not giving you the technique that you would prefer to deadlift with, because that technique is not the most optimal and it is basically just a variation. That's all it's good for. So, and if you try and use it as an optimal deadlifting stance, like I tried to as your PR and as your strongest deadlift stance, then that's how you get hurt. You need to lift with the most beneficial leverages to your body, not how other people deadlift, unless it actually works for you too. But that's my problem. I was fighting my genetics on deadlift, um, which is why I was hurting myself on it. And now I think I'm trying to again to find my natural position on deadlift so that I don't keep hurting myself once I get up there in the heavier weights again, back into the high 300s and hopefully break into the 400s this time at least. Um, that's honestly my goal. It's like my goal is not linear strength gains where I just keep going up and up and up and up, add 5 pounds every week forever. My goal is like on a year by year basis, like what weights can I work with on a weekly basis? Like in bench press now, or on almost all my pressing movements except for mill press, and like sometimes incline depending on the day, I could work with 200 pounds of pressing weight in any of those pressing movements. Close grip, flat bench, incline. I can press in the 200s anytime. And this whole year, that's mostly what I'm going to be working with is 200-pound weights for that. Now with deadlift and squat, deadlift, I've been working with the 300-pound weights for a long time, but I've never really tried to make that push to the 400 because last time I did, I hurt myself. Squats, I've almost always been stuck between the 200 and 300 weight range to rep out and hit my sets with. So I'd really like to start breaking into the 300s with my squat and be able to work with those weights for the next few years and then get into 400s and 500s and obviously. But same with deadlift. I want my deadlift. I want to start working in the 400s this year, or get to the 400s by this year, whichever comes first, or however easily I progress. We'll see. But yeah, that's kind of my ideology is because I just get excited about that of, like how often can I work with such heavy weights to the point where they're really not even that heavy because I don't even do like I don't want to max every fucking workout here. I like to do like high rep kind of sets like that. Or not crazy high reps, but like, test my 5 rep max, test my 3 rep max, test my, 2 rep max, my fucking 8 rep max. I like to test these different weights on a weekly basis. And if the numbers I can work with are just higher in the 300s and the 400s, on deadlift and squat, and then on the bench, if I can start being high 200s to low 300s, that'd be insane. That'd be insane to me, and would um, really start feeling like I'm getting a ton out of my gym work here. So, yeah, Let me keep adding weight here, people, and then I'll hit my next set of warm-ups. Oh. 185, aka 15 plus 55. So 140 pounds of plates with a 45-pound bar, aka 185, baby. Woo! Ooh! Yeah, buddy. Lightweight, baby. Yup. Oh, that's my best Ronnie Coleman impression. You'll be hearing that one a lot on this. I do love the freaking goat himself. Not only the goat of bodybuilding, one of the goats of powerlifting too, in the sense that he had, the most hype lifts. And he's definitely the goat of gym mindset and gym phrases. Yeah, Ronnie Coleman's gym phrases, gym terminology, and hype words. Yeah, they will live on with me for at least my generation and hopefully the generation to come. But modern day good power phrases. Larry Wheels' crew has some good phrases. Him and all the people he trains with. Um, Unfortunately, one of the guys who had some really good phrases, formerly known as Black Tom Cruise or BTC, his fucking phrases were the best. And unfortunately, he was up there with like a top 5 with like a Ronnie Coleman and a Brian Shawn, all those guys. He was up there for fucking gym phrases that just went hard and make you want to train and you just want to say them. And unfortunately, he died in a car accident. So that's why you probably should have known convertibles, people, because you don't got anything up top to protect you, and this is the most important part. So that's unfortunate. So the most fortunate thing, the reason I love my car so much, it's a Nissan Rogue, and I don't care what year, make, or model. If you drive a Nissan Rogue, I would very much, I would very much support your chances of survival in that car because I personally tested the survival durability of it, and I got T-boned in an intersection while I was nonchalantly going the speed limit through what I saw as a green light, which was because it's a green light. I'm driving through a green light as you do when the light is green at the appropriate speed, and then out of nowhere, the side of my car is spun 180 degrees as it's hit by a vehicle who had a red light in the intersection, who must have been going at least fucking 40 to 60 miles per hour. Because they made my car spin 180 by hitting the fucking full side of it. And before I even comprehended what happened, and my head hit the side of my car, the airbags were deployed to catch my head like a pillow. So, and I was barely had a scratch on me other than the marks on the seatbelt where I jerked out of the way, which also probably prevented me from falling and flinging worse into the side of the car. So again, I rate the Nissan Rogue safety features very highly. Very highly. That's why I bought another one because mine got totaled. Yes, the car did not survive, but I survived with damn near not a scratch on me. So, if you have a Nissan Rogue, I think other than, a head-on collision with an 18-wheeler or hitting a moose or something, I think you have a very good chance of survival because it's a very safe car. So, and that's from personal experience. It has my certified seal of approval. I'm Peter Manzelli. I approve this message. All right, let's hit a set here, baby. Oh, yeah, goddamn, dude. Like, I really don't want to sound like a cocky, arrogant prick, but I'm gonna. I, I don't know. Maybe I just like hearing myself talk too much, but I'm really just starting to think I got this nice voice for radio and/or motivational speaking. And of course, I could use that to be a politician and be a fucking, be one of those fucking scum lords. But I'm probably not going to do that because I don't want to play their game of, being a fucking scum lord. So I don't like that game, and I think it's a wicked, corrupt game to play. So it's like playing, Russian roulette with handguns, not revolvers. Basically, it's stupid. But yeah, I would like to get into the motivational speaking game, which I feel like is what I'm already doing here on YouTube, because I feel like I've been motivating a lot of people who hop in my stream and ask me stuff about fitness, and every time they hit me with their lame excuses, I dismantle them with positivity, and I give them encouragement of why that excuse shouldn't hold them back from achieving their real goals and gains. So let's go, baby. 5 reps. Oh, motherfucker. That's an empty bar. What the fuck? I could clean and jerk this weight right now. Yo, hold on. What? Was that 185? Did somebody put helium inside my plates? Is that even a thing? Is that possible? Would that even work? Helium plates? These aren't fake weights, I swear, guys. I'll put them on my scale right now. Okay, that is a ridiculous difference the belt just made there compared to how 135 felt. Fuck me. That is dangerous for my ego right now. That makes me want to hit 405, but not a chance I'm putting that on the bar. That'd be too dangerous. That'd be madman thinking. Whew. No, I'm not probably not going anything heavier than 285 today. Honestly, dude, 10 rep max. That's a fucking tough ask. Like, who can anticipate their 10 rep max on deadlift? And it sucks too because at one point I am wrapped 275 for 16 reps. And now I'm saying, oh, well, maybe my 10 rep max is 285. It feels pathetic, but I can't expect anything less because I haven't been deadlifting. I barely deadlifted in 2022 at all. So now I'm feeling like getting back into it this year because I'm just feeling really strong, and I don't want to have a fucking bench that's stronger than my deadlift and squat. So I need to start squatting and deadlifting again and get those into 300s and 400s, and then I can skip them for a year, and then once my bench gets into the 300s, then I'll start doing them again so they can be in the 400s and 500s. I might be one of those fucking geezers who just who only squats and deadlifts just to keep it just above their bench. Nothing more. Not really trying to make too many gains on those. I just don't like those lifts enough. I don't want to do the hard variations. I don't want to do them more than once a week. So, but I don't know. That's my mindset right now. I'm sure I'll evolve and be a little more disciplined and serious about them, though. But at the same time, I'm not a power lifter either. So there's no reason my training has to revolve around squat, bench, deadlift. It's just those are the staple three when it comes to strength building, which is kind of the foundation of what I want for gains. But I also want to stay athletic. I want to stay, a little nimble. I want to get a little lean. I want to look muscular. I want to look like I work out, which I think I do right now. To be honest, I kind of look like I fucking work out. I think, at least compared to my scrawny, shrimpier self from a few years ago. But either way, I'm gonna hit my next warm up, which is real quick, just one of these. Just one set of lat pullover, so I'm not even going to fully adjust the camera. Just, bear with me here. It's just a quick warm up set. I'm going to actually do this exercise later in the workout, though. But I hear a lot of people say it's a good warm up exercise for deadlifts because it kind of wakes up putting your lats in that exact squeezed position that they get in the deadlift. So, yeah, and I agree with them. I think it does feel pretty good. So, ooh, I've never done it with a squiggly bar either. It feels really good with the squiggly bar. Holy crap. Christ on a cross. Oh my lord. Yeah, this is 2 back days in a row. Honestly, though, it's really no different than how I used to train. I mean, I'll explain that in a second, guys, and maybe some of you can relate. This is how you might have trained in high school as well. Because I'm only about 4.5 years out of high school, which I've spent that whole time in college. Um, so I'm still green when it comes to society here for the most part. But I'm also still in those same kind of phases of my life too. The childhood educational phase in a sense, and my schedule is not too dissimilar, or my training style from high school because I still have a very similar schedule and lifestyle. You know what I mean? So when I was in high school and I was on all the sports teams, like soccer and hockey, those would be in the fall and spring, or no, the fall and winter. Um, Leaving the spring and summer as my off season, where I would make all my gains in the gym, which I would then lose most of in the 6 months the other part of the year where I was playing my sports. But at the same time, so basically the only time I would hit leg day was the spring and summer when I wasn't playing soccer and hockey as nearly as often because I didn't need my legs fresh. I could build leg gains. Over the last summer, the year 2022, where I'm in college now, I was able to find hockey games and soccer games fucking weekly. My legs could not recover enough to hit a leg day because it was like I was playing as frequently as in high school. So basically, I just kept hitting upper body. I would deadlift here and there, but I would mostly just hit like upper back workouts with like lat pull downs and traps and upper back. And then I would just bench and hit arms and shoulders. It's like all you needed because your legs were getting hit and staying athletic, and I'm getting my cardio in too by doing that. So it was like a bang for your buck. Obviously, you're not making leg gains like on the squat, but it wasn't really important to me. It still really isn't now, outside of wanting 1,000 pound total. But I think I can get that through my deadlift and bench, honestly. Um, but still, regardless, the point is if you do have enough sports going on, or you like to just run fucking marathons and shit like that, and you do all this running and your legs get sore from an athletic activity, whether it's fucking tennis, it's hockey, it's soccer, it's walking fucking 10 miles on a course playing golf all day, like if that makes your legs sore, that can be leg day. I count it as leg day because if you're trying to be a balance build, not a full time strength build, I'm trying to be balanced between strength, physique, and athletics plus endurance, but I count endurance in athletics. Being able to run, jump, and swim for long periods of distance. That's athleticism in my eyes. And that's what I'm striving for. I want to be bigger, stronger, leaner, and I also want to keep as much of my athleticism and endurance as I can from my sporting background because I want to be a balance build. And if you're like me, you can count your leg day as your sports if those get you sore legs. My legs get sore from playing soccer really hard and playing hockey really hard. So I feel like I don't need a squat day every week when I play enough sports. In the winter, I play less sports, so I squat more. It just makes sense. It's like my off season. But if I can find those games, well, then I just modify my split and hit a little extra. I'm pretty much hitting a second back day of the week here. That's pretty much what I'm hitting today. Is a second back day with deadlift focus rather than hitting like a squat workout because my quads and my calves are wicked sore. So it's just more auto regulation. But yeah, maybe that's how you guys also train in kind of periods based on some sports too, because sports are still a thing. People can play sports. If you're in the gym, you don't need to not play sports or give up sports. I would very much encourage you to keep playing sports. But all right, I'm gonna do some hip swings here. We're gonna go all kinds of directions. We're gonna go start by going front to back and really try and tuck in as much as you can and swing high and squeeze your glute at the top from this. This is a really good exercise I got from Juji Mufu in his flexibility book, which I highly recommend if you're looking for a book on flexibility or how to gain flexibility or where to start or how to program it. That definitely helps with that. All right, let's switch sides. And yeah, he says he does these hip exercises every day to help with his athleticism and his flexibility and stuff. And I've done this exercise not quite every day, but on a weekly basis since I read it in the book. And my hips and lower back, honestly, I've never felt better. Like, I was honestly not deadlifting as frequently the last year because I just had lower back pain, like all the time, from being a hunchback sitting on my computer and playing video games. You know, I just had bad posture. You know, but now I do this exercise. I went to a chiropractor for a few months, and I consciously make myself sit more upright and roll my shoulders back and be in good posture. Not only do I carry myself better and I look better when I just stand and walk, I walk with more confidence. I'm also physically taller, literally taller, you know, fully over 6 foot now. You know, no debate of the 5'11" and a few quarters. No, it's 6 foot exactly because of my fucking posture alone. You know, just having your neck go from this to this, you know, that's that little quarter inch or half an inch you need. um, and yeah, so that's basically it. You know, it just fixed my posture up a little bit. I started warming up a little better. Um, I learned some new exercises from a flexibility book from Juji Mufu, who honestly, he'd be like, I mean, either him or Brian Shaw, dude. If I like actually get a little bit bigger in the YouTube game here, those two are probably my dream collab. One, because they're like my actual idols in the fitness game in terms of what they've done. I mean, more so Brian Shaw because he's a four-time world strongest man, but I like Juju Mufu too because I feel like he relates more to me because he's like a jack of all trades in the gym. He has the aesthetics, he has the strength, and he has the athleticism that I like too. I kind of want that same lifestyle for me. But the second reason I want to meet both these guys and train with them is because their home gyms are fucking sick. Brian Shaw's home gym is like a huge warehouse that he like lives out of and also ships his business and company out of, where the elbow sleeves that I own probably were at some point recently. And the strongman gym he has is insane. I just want to fucking touch everything and do a set of everything. Same with Juju Mufu's gym. More so like a bodybuilder gym with the insane amount of specialty isolation machines. And again, I just want to run around and hit a set of everything. Just touch one machine, hit like 15, 30 reps. I'm just hit one fucking set to fail and just feel that muscle group and that movement in that machine. It would just be so fucking fun. So that's probably one of my more selfish reasons of wanting to blow up on the social media fitness scene here. But I mean, hey, I think that would be a side product effect because the main goal here is just to share the benefits of physical fitness with other people to help motivate them to train. But if I could do things like collabs where we're talking about that same topic, while I get to hang out with people who I've always looked up to, who motivated me to do things like this, win-win. You know what I mean? I can win too here, you know? So everyone can win, really, which is what the goal should be. You know, win-win-win. Best strategy there is. But yeah, let me go up to 225 here and keep hitting some warm-ups, and we'll get it going. Yeah, another thing I need to do if I want to even have a chance of being, you know, like a collab or a guest with like a Brian Shaw or Juji Mufu, I gotta get fucking stronger. I don't want my workout just to be me, you know, uh, unloading their fucking plates for me to get a set. You know, unloading like, you know, 80% of the weight on the bar just so I can get one set in. You know, that'd be my own workout. And obviously Brian's, you know, best in the world strong, but even Juji Mufu is like, you know, pound for pound, you know, he has like, I think he has almost a 2,000 pound total. Well, you know, he's got like maybe a 400 pound bench and like, I think like a 700 pound squat and deadlift. So, you know, maybe even more on the squat and deadlift, maybe like 750s. So like he's got like nearly a 2,000 pound total. You know, obviously Brian Shaw's total is probably like, you know, 2,500 or something ridiculous, but that's expected. You know, he's 4 times world strongest man, probably the 5th times after this year. I hope he gets the 5th. If he gets the 5th, he's the GOAT in my eyes forever. He already is the GOAT, but get a 5th strongman title, then I think there's only one other person who's won it that many times. I think it was Pujanowski, but I think he's tied with Big Z in terms of titles. I think that's his rival. You know, rival, but they're good friends. But you know, it's a very friendly sport, honestly. But except unless you're, you know, Thor and Eddie Hall, then it's not a friendly rivalry. Yup. 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 Yeah, bro, I don't want to be this guy who just says controversial fitness shit either to get clicks, but at the same time, I low-key do, just to end up on like a Greg Doucette video to hear him fucking just talking shit about how stupid I am. That would be like a funny goal too. Just try and make controversial content on purpose to get reactions from big fitness people. That's a fucking scummy game to play. I don't want to play that game. I want to actually sound like I know what I'm talking about, even if I don't actually know. But most of what I know is based on what I've tried. So, for me, the proof is in the product. I don't fucking tell you to do something I haven't tried because I think it might work. I mean, if you want to try, go ahead. I would love to see it work for you, and then it might encourage me to try it. Because that's part of half of what I do when I do research in the fitness industry. What have other people done that's worked? How can I implement it in my training to make it work? I'm not just sitting in here in a dark room with no outside influence coming up with ideas on my own. It's the gym, the whole industry is basically just, you know, recycling and regurgitating and reconfiguring what someone else has already done, either in a new, innovative way or by combining an aspect that someone else has already done and, making a new hybrid out of it. You know, it's like combining two strains of weed. You combine, frickin', uh, purple haze or something, purple haze Kush with Girl Scout cookies. You know what I mean? You got fucking purple cookies over here or something like that. It's called a hybrid. You know what I mean? You can hybrid workouts. You can hybrid friggin' cars between electric and gas power. You can fucking hybrid anything, bro. You can hybrid people these days. Modern science, am I right? You can hybrid people. You know what I mean? The hybrids don't stop. So there's no reason you can't hybrid training of like taking one concept that worked for someone, taking another concept and trying to combine them. But at the same time, that can also backfire because you might end up doing two things really bad. Instead of getting the best of both programs, you might end up doing two things in a mediocre way rather than getting the best of both. You know what I mean? It can backfire, but it also can work. So, interesting theory there, but yeah, let me keep warming up my hips. My hips are feeling a little tight, which ain't great. I don't like tight hips, at least on myself, anyways. But I actually don't know where I'm going with that. I don't think I need tight hips on anyone. I don't think that's a benefit for anyone in any situation. Yeah, can you guys see what I'm doing on camera? So I have a band around my ankle, and I'm just extending outward and feeling the outer hip here. And I think this is a really good exercise to wake up the hips that you work in deadlifts and squats. So I usually do these on my leg day for squats and deads. Make sure you get both sides, obviously. But you guys know that. You guys don't skip one side. I'm sure you don't. That'd be stupid. All right, we got 225 loaded up. We're just gonna hit like 3 reps, and then probably two reps from here going forward. So we'll hit like 225 by 3, then probably 255 by 2, and then I don't know. I think I should go for 270 pounds by 10. I feel like I should meet in the middle. I was thinking 260, 265, and I was thinking 285. I think I'll just meet in the middle and go 275. Um, And then next week, my 8 rep max, let's call it 285 or 295. And then for a 5 to 3 rep max, we know it's, at least 315 to 335. So we'll have to work in the 300s on week 3. Um, but maybe I can try a 315 by 8 next week or something. Would be a pretty crazy 8 rep max on deadlift. But let's see how the 275 feels today. So we'll go 225, 255. Well, maybe 225, 250. 275. Yeah, so we'll do 25-pound jumps after 225. 225, 250, 275. Sounds good. All right. Belt up right fucking now and do it. We probably don't even need fucking straps either today. It's only 275. I feel like I only need the straps once I'm getting to the 300s. I do want to buy figure 8 straps though. But let's go. Ah! Fuck it. Take the tarp off. Who fucking needs it? Popping off the tarp. Mm. Yep. Pretty light. Whew. Felt pretty goddamn light. How much are we weighing in at today? God damn, dude. I look malnourished. I look like I have abs. Am I dehydrated today? Huh. Yeah, I'm definitely not that lean. I weigh only 1 pound less than I did yesterday. I weighed 216 today. I weighed 217 yesterday. But I don't know. I'm looking pretty fucking lean in the mirror. I mean, hell, that's a good thing. The leaner I can look at the heavier body weights, because that means the easier the cut would be, and the better my bulk was, the healthier it was, because I didn't add as much fat as last year. You know, I actually look fucking like I still work out. I look fucking, fluffy big. You know, I look filled out. You know, everywhere except the delts, of course. But that's because it's a weak point. And weak points will be worked on. Okay, how do I add the 50 pounds here? I need to do some addition from subtraction. I'm not even going to bother using my fucking head because that is just a waste of energy and calories. So let me just get the calculator out here. Calculator app. Okay. Interesting. All right, so I need to. All right, I need to add. I need to take off all this change and add a 25, a 5, and a 2.5 to each side. 25, 5, 2.5. The 2.5 is getting a lot more use these days as I'm working with more creative and fine margins. So yeah, they're getting their fucking use. They're getting the 2.5s get more use than the 35s do. Fuck the 35s, man. Those things are only good at collecting dust. I'm just kidding. They'll probably get used at some point. Maybe today, honestly. I don't know yet. I can't say for certain. I haven't done the other jumps in my head or on a calculator. I probably ain't even gonna do them in my head. That's too fucking hard. Too hard while you're lifting, at least. I can do like when I'm in the zone, when I'm doing my homework and I'm working on like spreadsheets and all this stuff for like accounting classes. I'm in the zone with numbers. You know, I can handle numbers and quick math and stuff like that, but not while I'm in the gym. The brain is not in that kind of mode. I'm only in primal aggression mode. I mean, hell, I'm surprised I can barely even articulate sentences as well as I do. You know, I even surprise myself sometimes with my own fucking with my own wit. You know, it truly is amazing to me sometimes. Um, and not that I'm that profound of a person. It's just I don't know. Just like the sound of my own voice. I like to hear myself talk. Can you blame me? Sorry. I mean, hell, some people on here gotta like it too. That's why they're fucking listening. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they just fucking like my list. Maybe they like the gym. I don't know. I'll take the feedback. Let me know what you like. That'd be some fun comments to read too. Let me know what you don't like so I can do it better, or like not do it or something. I don't know. Improve the podcast, the GYMCAST. You know, I need it all because otherwise I only have myself as a feedback loop. And this is my problem because I do online school. I teach myself everything. So I think the way I learn it and the way I understand a concept is always the right way. But I have no feedback to tell other than my grades, which they're usually good. But it's like, I don't know if I'm truly mastering the concept. I don't have feedback from someone who knows the concept to let me know how well I'm doing in the concept outside of my own interpretation, is what I mean. I'm not being exposed to other people's interpretation. You know, like when I do research in the gym, that exposes me to other people's methodologies and ways of thinking and approaching the gym. I'm not getting that as much in college. Um, but, you know, I mean, I don't know. I got to do more research on it too, I guess. But I don't know. Any feedback is appreciated, negative or positive. I can convert it into positive in some way if it is negative. But you know, if it's negative, it's something I need to fucking improve on. Then I don't know. If it's something like swear less, then well, that's something that's probably not going to happen. This is not a kids friendly stream in that regard. Although I've been swearing since I was like 5 years old because I played GTA as a kid, so I don't care if you get a problem with swearing on the stream. That's something that's not going to change. But any other criticisms, I will happily listen to and maybe consider. Any criticism how I can improve the stream or my content in some way. I don't know. Give me your opinions, people. Give me your feedback. But let me hit this next set. 250. Let's just hit two. Hopefully it'll feel light. And then we'll hit 275 for 10. And honestly, if that feels too light, we'll have to hit another fucking 10. So we'll have to go up in more weight and hit 10 of like 285, 295. So maybe we'll surprise ourselves. It's just so tough to gauge. Like, I know my 10 rep max on bench is like probably 215 pounds, 215 pounds to 225 pounds. But it's like, and I know my 5 rep max is like, 240 pounds ish, 235 to 240. But then with deadlift, it's like recently I've had a 5 rep max of 315, but I probably could have done more. So it's like, that's the only thing I can base it off of is I had a 3 rep max on um, 335. So the 10 rep max from there would be, probably would be like a 285, 295, maybe a 275. Boom! Happy Flex Friday. What's up, King Nick? Your name's Blue today. That's cool. Fucking yellow yesterday, purple the day before, red one time. That's pretty cool, man. What's good? Happy Flex Friday. Hopefully you got a nice workout in today, or maybe you are right now. I'm hitting mine in. It's a little late today, but that's okay. Better late than never. We're still gonna lift some heavy ass weight, so. Ooh. All right, we'll take 275 for a spin. A little spinorama. God damn. I think the deadlift takes so much out of your breath from having to brace so hard to execute the rep. That's what takes the breath out of you, even just from doing 2 fucking reps. Whew. Jesus. Yeah, that's why I need to keep playing sports, people. I need to keep my endurance up. You know, I don't want to be. That's the thing. I don't want to be the meathead stereotype. I don't want to be the gym bro stereotype of, oh, I got these big muscles and I can't even scratch my own back, or I can't even touch my head, my face because my arms are so big. I can't touch my toes because my quads and my gut is too big. My abs are too big. I don't want to be that kind of a fucking strength athlete. I want to be, and a guy who goes up half a flight of stairs, and he gets tired from that, like he's out of breath. I want to have endurance, have some athleticism, and have some strength. And it's possible because I've seen people do it and I've done it before. It's just the only thing that you lose out on is maximizing. You may not be able to maximize things, but here's the thing: you will be a jack of all trades, master of none. But if you continue the phrase, and there is a continuation, a jack of all trades is usually better than a master of one. So you know, I think there is, merit and value in being a jack of all trades, either in the gym or in life, and having a diverse array of skill sets. But there is also great value in being a master if you find something you want to master in and be a specialist in. And I'm not talking master's degree specifically. I mean a master. It could be a black belt in a martial art discipline. It could be a master electrician, plumber, or carpenter, some kind of certification for construction. It could be a master's degree in some form of education, like learning it, like some field of education. It could be anything like that where you just become the highest degree of that field and you are the master of it if you find something you want to become a master in, or you desire the qualification of being a master in, you know or you can be like me, who loses interest in things pretty quickly, but also picks things up pretty quickly. You know, I can learn a new skill, practice it for about a few months or a year or a few years, even depending on how into it I am, like martial arts, and not become a master, but become moderately proficient to the point where I have that skill set in my pocket ready to go, ready to fight at any time. I have all the basic kicks I learned. I have the basics of punching down with enough power with the muscles I have to go with my physique, that I feel confident in my martial arts abilities against everyone but a master. You know what I mean? So, and same thing when it comes to hands-on work. I've worked as an electrician. I've worked doing carpentry. I've dabbled in plumbing, and I've dabbled in drywall and grout work and cement mixing. I've dabbled in all these fields of construction, making me a master of none, but I have a general understanding of all, meaning I could, get my hands dirty and figure out doing most of it myself, or I could work with others doing it and not, be totally out of place and be a total novice. But at the same time, I have not found that one thing that I just love more than all, although it may be the gym. To be fair, I may become a master of the gym at one point, and it sucks. So there's no belt degrees in the gym, but I might make myself a black belt in gym knowledge. If I get another 10 or 12 years, 10 to 20 years in the gym like this, that should make you a master. I would consider guys like Brian Shaw and Juji Mufu not only pioneers of the fitness industry, and there's so many other pioneers too. Those are just the names that come to mind for me. Those guys are pioneers of the fitness industry in their own sports, in their own fields, and in their own ideologies. But they're also masters at this point because not only have they invented their own ideologies, they have written the books on it. They have applied it over years and years and years, and are the proof themselves of the books they've written. And that's what I believe makes them the masters of the game. So I would only hope to become a master like them, my own, one day, by putting in the same level of years, dedication, and thought into my training. Um, and hopefully I'll achieve that one day. And I don't think it's ever a thing that you really wake up and know you have, because even those guys, what I believe makes them smart is their ability to continue learning and continue adapting. They don't think they have the solution yet, although they have a solution for a great many problems because they've solved their own issues. They also are still smart enough to recognize they have more to learn, which is another thing I think makes them masters. They keep innovating, they keep learning, they keep trying new things. They just never stop getting better, which is what I like about it because I love that mindset. Yeah, I'm just stretching my lats out here, people. Just a little bit of lat stretching before this big AMRAP. Ooh. Oh my fucking god, are you kidding me? I look like a fucking Greek god. Are you fucking mental? Jesus Christ. I look like Christ on the cross. I'm so ripped. Oh my god. Fuck! Jesus! Is talking about Juji Mufu just making me more shredded? Is that how it works? Oh my god, man. That's what's also so good about the gym, dude. If you just have a fucking mirror and you work out for a few years, you get to see the fruits of your labor every day. It's such a good, rewarding loop. And then you don't want to quit working out because you don't want to lose these gains you've built. I wouldn't want to lose an ounce of fucking strength, an ounce of fucking muscle, an ounce on any of my lifts at this point. And that's why I have to keep going in the gym. Because if I do, then it's just a setback. It's just a few weeks before or months before I even get back to the baseline strength I already had. So why even quit and lose it in the first place? You know, unless you have to, unless you get injured, unless fucking gym closes down, you can't start a home gym right away. You know, stupid shit happens. I get it, but there's no good reason to up and quit unless external factors that are completely out of your control occur. You know, like you shouldn't just be quitting on your own free will, especially if you've made a good foundation of gains, like I have. I'm very proud of what I've made so far. And it's not like I hit that 225 bench a couple of years ago and said, "Oh, I'm done. I hit a 225 bench. I don't care. I don't want anything else." No. Now it's okay, 245 bench, okay, 275 bench, okay, 315 bench. Keep going. You know, it just goes up and up and up and up and up. You know, the goals just continue. And meanwhile, you get to look at yourself in the mirror as the months, weeks, and years go by and just enjoy your look more and more and more as you get stronger, get bigger, get leaner. You know, all these great, wonderful changes happen just from doing something that you should be enjoying the process of, anyways. At least I enjoy the process. I know some people think it's torture and suffering and they dread it and they hate it, but if you can learn to love it somehow, which is hard to do because I'm not good at learning to love things I don't like either, because I have that attention span type of issue. But I love the gym, so I'm really good at focusing on it. I don't know how to train it for other people, but how to train you to like the gym. But if you do like it, then you're gonna go far, and you're gonna want to go far. But all right, before I slug my whole pre down, I'm gonna add 275. We're hitting 10 fucking reps. Then we're hitting 3 sets of 5. And that'll be it for deadlifts. And yeah, this has been way too long of a deadlift session. I wanted it to be a quicker workout, but good monologue today. I just love monologuing. Honestly, I think my problem is if I'm just given a mic or a platform to talk, or someone will just open their ears to a conversation, I will just nonstop talk. I will not let dead air exist. I think that is just a thing because I'm interested in what I have to say, and I don't even pay attention if other people are most of the time because if they're not telling me to shut up, then I assume they're listening. So, and I don't care if they're listening or not because I like to also just speak my thoughts out loud too. So you might think I'm talking to you, and I might really just be working out my own equations out loud by talking to myself. You know, that happens sometimes too. But this is the way of things. All right, 45 on. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, other side, let's load her up. Ooh. Yeah, buddy. Football. All right. 275 by 10. This is about to be a fucking spam rap. Don't even expect a word out of me after this fucking set, other than complaining about how hard it was. I'm gonna clear my seat right now so I can just take a nice seat after this set. That's all I'm doing. I'm jumping into this seat. Second the set ends, I'm taking my belt off and sitting down. That's all you should do after a hard set of deadlifts. I wouldn't expect anything else out of any of you. So that's the standard we're at. But I did all the warm-ups I think are important. I worked up in weight appropriately. Now all that's left to do is put on the belt, finish the pre, and execute the reps. Execute them. As much ferocity, as much power, and as much sophisticated technique I can possibly employ. So that's the goal. That's what we will do. That's what I have to do. And I will do what must be done. Just you watch, people. Gonna get our breath right. I think we'll put on a good song, too. We'll put on a fucking hype-ass fucking techno song here. What do you guys call non-copyright sound? Is it like techno? Is it like electric? Like, what is EDM? I don't even know what that is. I feel like it's EDM. I don't know what EDM is, though. I don't know what these things are. I don't fucking follow genres or bands. Like, what is like music with a beat drop? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what to call it. I think I just call it techno because I feel like it's made on a keyboard. Like, I feel like there's not a real instrument involved in any of these type of songs. I feel like it's just guys on like a soundboard on their computer just combining these alien noises, you know, and like drawing them out. Although to be fair, this song sounds like it has a piano, but it could be electric piano. All right, let me play a banger and a half. Honestly, I have a lot of bangers from this playlist, this non-copyright sound playlist that tickle my fancy. But honestly, like every time I hear a new good banger, though, a bangerang on the NCS playlist, I just like it, and then it's like my new favorite song. I just want to fucking listen to it all day because it gets me so fucking hyped. But then it gets old because I hear a new one that I like more. So it's an evolving taste, which is how my music taste has always been. Except for the first 10 years of my life, I didn't listen to music at all. I didn't like it. I hated it. It hurt my ears. Let's fucking go. Fuck that shit. Stay still. You're going nowhere. The only place you're going is up, Bart. The only fucking place you can go is up. Woo! Let's fucking go. Fucking bolo mode over here. Charging my feet up to fucking ram this weight. Tight, tight, tight. Power! Fuck! Christ on a cross. Holy hell. Oh. Ah. Oh, let me lay back here a minute. Let me take a minute. Just give me a quick 20-minute break. Oh. 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 Huh. Whew. Fuck. Oh. Yeah, you know what's really hard to do? Do a fucking 10 rep max on deadlift. That's not even what I was originally thinking. But that. I know that's what you were all expecting me to say. And that's why I changed my mind and said that. Because a 10 rep max on deadlift is really fucking hard to do. It's a fucking stupid concept. Oh, but I'll probably still try this program for the next few weeks. Whew. Just joined. How's it going? What I miss? Well, you might have just seen that set right there. I don't know if you joined after the set, but I just did a 10 rep max on deadlift, which is a bad idea. That's really challenging. Um, I just did 275 pounds for 10 reps, and actually it wasn't too bad. But oh, eh, it ain't that insane. I've been stronger before. I did 275 by 16 like a year or two ago. I was a lot stronger then, but I didn't stick with the deadlift. Um, but yeah, this is week one of a program I'm trying to run that I got off a YouTube video. So it's got a nice progression scheme. So I'm gonna try and 1 rep max on my deadlift and try and hit like 385 or better in like a month or so, maybe about 5 weeks. Because I'm on the road to 405. So trying to get a 4 or 5 pound deadlift. But yeah, what I was gonna say is actually a really hard thing to do is motivate yourself to do cardio. Um, Nice man. Thank you very much. Thank you. Motivate yourself to do cardio when you actually aren't playing sports anymore. That's the problem. I still play sports recreationally, but I count that as my cardio. Whereas before, I would always end my gym workouts with cardio in my off seasons because I wanted to improve my cardio going into the sports season. Whereas now, I don't have a sports season to go into, so if I find myself not wanting to push myself as hard to do these sprints and these hard runs and these distance runs like I was doing in high school, not just because I'm not a high schooler, but because I don't actually have the season to train for. The reason for that stamina, other than I want good stamina and I want a good, I want to help my heart have a lower resting heart rate and tick less in my recovery time. But yeah, it is something you got to figure out how to balance or remotivate yourself for because the only reason I want cardio now is because I don't want to have all this muscle and not be able to run or carry it for distances. Let's say I need to fight or run away or fight or flight. I need to be able to sprint and activate my flight for distances, and I need the power, strength, and technical ability to activate the fight portion of my instincts. So you know, but it's just tough because I would fucking do so much cardio and train so hard and just hit the treadmills at my gym so hard because I knew I had a season where the harder I went on that cardio, the fucking better I would be on the field because I could run longer, run harder. My lungs wouldn't burn, my shins wouldn't get splints or splits or whatever, shin splits, whatever you call it. It just wouldn't happen to me during the season because I knew I put in that work in the off season. Whereas now, it's more so you're just less motivated because you don't have that season. The only thing you'd be doing it for would be, the worst case scenario where you got to fucking run, because you got to fucking get somewhere quickly because you're in danger. You know what I mean? Like, which I guess should be a good motivator, and for some reason it's not because Fucking A, man. It's like negative 10 degrees outside right now with 20-mile-per-hour winds. Like, fuck that for a laugh, man. I ain't running out there, you know? Dude, if I got a treadmill, though, I honestly probably would be running 2 or 3 times a week at least, you know, or after most workout sessions. Because I just love doing sprints on a treadmill. Uphill sprints, regular flat sprints, or I try and do like quick time miles. Because I don't like to run for like a fucking hour on the treadmill. It's wicked boring at like a slow pace. I'd rather burn the calories you could in an hour in like a 10-20 minute run of just going at a higher pace and just get my cardio in by doing higher intensity cardio, you know, or doing like sprint intervals, um, which what a lot of soccer players do to up their cardio, which is where I got it from. But, whew, anyways, now we're moving into the easy part. We did 10 reps on 275. Now we are doing 3 sets of 5, and we're going to do them quick because this should be easy speed work. So, 3 fucking sets of 5. Let's fucking go. I might need a quick Wim Hof method breathing technique real quick. Maybe we can all do the Wim Hof method together and up our lung capacity real quick after this set. Bop, bop, bop. Oh! Okay, that actually may have almost been a fainter. I was actually feeling a little lightheaded after that one. Had to hold myself up with the rack for a sec. Whew. I think I might have tightened my belt a little too tight, honestly. That can do it sometimes. If you tighten the belt too tight and then brace too hard, I think that's what cuts off the blood flow and makes you go unconscious. Um, in my experience. But, anyways, once I catch my breath and regain my full consciousness, I'm gonna go run and grab protein shake. Um, because I feel like I need it. I'm fucking hungry here. Get a mid-workout protein shake. We'll do these last 2 sets of 5, and then we'll move on. I just have a few accessories. Only three accessories planned today. We're just gonna do some lat pullover, um, some hamstring curls, and some trap shrugs. So nothing too crazy. Shit that I could probably easily recover from for Tuesday, for the back day Tuesday. So, and yeah, still kind of on the fence about my arm day tomorrow. I'll probably hit an arm day tomorrow, honestly. I think I try and say I'm not, but then tomorrow's gonna roll around and I'm gonna want to do it, and then I'm gonna do it. Um, it's just I don't know. I'm contemplating whether I'd be responsible and not do the workout and do my homework, but at the same time, I feel like I'll do my homework better and more efficiently and smarter if I get the workout in because I won't be thinking about the workout. I get the workout done, I crank through the workout, and I let the caffeine from my pre workout carry me through my homework too. So I might have to hit the arm workout just for the sake of getting the homework done too. Because if I fucking don't, then I get frustrated doing the homework too easily and I just want to quit and smash my laptop over my knee and break it because I have like that fucking pent up energy. But at the same time, I want a good 2 days to recover so I can really go hard on my next chest day. I don't know. I'm between a lot of schools of thought on it, but I'll probably just end up working out tomorrow and maybe just do a quicker arm day, or an early arm day or something. Um, which honestly kind of sucks because the Saturday streams seem to be like the best streams, like where the most people are on Twitch, and I get the most viewers, so it's usually the most fun. So I don't know, but I'm gonna grab my protein shake and take a quick piss and stuff. So I'll be right back, people. I'll turn the music up a tidbit. All right, be right back. Okay. Yeah, buddy, we back. All right, let's slug a couple ounces of protein. Oh, delicious. Delicious. All right, let's get an opinion going, people, too. I only got one viewer. This might be a weird opinion input that I want. But what do you think? Do I trim the beard tonight, or do I let it grow long for the winter? I'm still going to trim it, as in cut off the excess on the top here, and this little bit of under bit. But normally, when I shave my beard, I'll throw a guard on the buzz down the sides to make the beard thinner, so it's less like scratchy and woolly. But at the same time, I feel like it's insulating my face in the winter because it's getting cold. So I don't know if I want to thin it out. And I could also just thin out the middle and let the sideburns grow long and look like Wolverine, which is kind of cool. So I might go for the Wolverine look again in the winter because I did it over the summer and it looked pretty fucking badass. I thought it looked pretty goddamn tough. So I wouldn't fuck with me. And, you know, I'm not a person who typically overestimates their abilities compared to others, but I'm starting not to want to fuck with myself because I'm getting intimidated by myself. Especially because I know what I'm capable of. That's the scary part. I'm the one who does all the training for myself in my own body. I know what I'm fucking capable of. So other people don't, which is their detriment. But how many sets do I got here? I think I have two. Two left. Do my warm up ritual. Tap, 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 tap. Pop. Hey, hey. Look like fucking Kylo Ren with this fucking half torso build. Oh, my grip is giving out. Ha! Yeah, I'm gonna need sleeves, dude. No, not sleeves, straps. My fucking grip is giving out because my fucking hands are too clammy. Oh, yeah. I don't use chalk in here because that's a fucking mess I don't want to tangle with or clean up every fucking workout. Chalk gets everywhere. And I already don't vacuum the floor at all, and it's covered in fucking, you know, dust and fur balls and dust bunnies and all this shit. And I don't care about that. But chalk would piss me off because that's way too visible and way too messy. And I would rather just be a raw fucking lifter. Plus, dude, chalk is like almost almost like a detriment in the sense that yeah, you can grip more, but by gripping more, it it only lets you grip more by drying out your hands, and by drying out your hands, you're now just ripping open calluses all day long. And I know this because it happened to me while I was rock climbing, because you use a lot of chalk doing that, for sure. Um, but yeah, I don't use chalk in the gym typically, unless I'm at some commercial gym where they, have a chalk bowl for you. Then I don't give a fuck, dude. I will fucking shower in chalk and I will dump it all over the gym floor. I don't give a fuck, dude, because I ain't working there. So, and I can be that dickhead because I worked at a Planet Fitness, so I had to clean up everyone's shit. Not chalk, but other bullshit. So I don't give a fuck. You get paid to be there, so it's your fucking job. So, and I know because I was one of the people who was paid to be there and do that. So, is what it is. I ain't gonna fucking bring my own broomstick from home and wipe up this fucking chalk off the floor and sweep it up. Get out of here. You know. But I'm also not gonna make that mess in my own gym because I don't want to clean it up here anyways. So I wouldn't clean it up in a commercial gym. I wouldn't clean it up here. But if the gym's gonna give you chalk to make a mess with, then, I, you know, you put the toy in my hands. I may as well play with it. You know what I mean? But either way, the simpler, cleaner, less messy solution that also is probably more effective and doesn't rip your hands open as much is just fucking straps. And I have a pair of straps. I want to get a better pair of figure 8 straps, but I don't have them yet. I think I'm going to use them on this last set just so I can hit it really efficiently. Yeah, anyone in the stream watch Star Wars at all? Watching any of the new series on Disney at all? The Bad Batch season 2, Mandalorian season 3 is coming out. Um, what else came out recently? Andor. Andor was actually surprisingly low key good. I had to watch it. I didn't like it the first time around, but once more episodes came out and I could watch them in a row without forgetting what happens a week in between, like I actually liked it more. But like from the first episode to like the third episode, I just couldn't even fucking remember what happened week to week, and I just lost interest because it wasn't exciting enough. And then, but when you watch them all in a row, it like actually makes sense. You know what I mean? It's a little bit of a slow burner though, a nice slow burner. You know, fucking, A New Hope, the first Star Wars movie, that's a fast burner. You fucking start off with goddamn Princess Leia being chased in a fucking starship by a star destroyer, which is being fucking flagship by fucking Darth Vader, who then boards the rebel ship and fucking goes on a tear, you know? And just fucking starts going, you, fucking force choke you, fucking slam you against the wall, stab you in the gut. He goes mental, Or I guess that was in Rogue One. But um, still, in A New Hope, he's still fucking boarding the ship. It starts right off with Darth Vader and all these rebels getting killed and all this crazy shit. And then, like, 20 minutes later, the Death Star blows up Alderaan. Like, fucking A, man. The first movie is a fast burner. And the original trilogy is fucking goated. Same thing with, oh my god, dude. Same thing with, like, fucking, um, The Phantom Menace. How does Phantom Menace start off? It literally starts off with, um, well, I guess it's not too exciting. Let's say Revenge of the Sith. Revenge of the fucking Sith, dude, starts off with them in the Battle of fucking Coruscant, where there's like 10,000 ships having fucking space dog fights above a city planet, and then it's Anakin and Obi-Wan fucking going to fight General Grievous, Count Dooku, all this shit. It is probably the most exciting first like 30 minutes of any movie ever fucking made in cinematic history. So George Lucas is the GOAT, undisputed, undefeated. There is no director or story writer who even comes close. And if you have any examples that come to mind, please bring them forward so I can tell you why you're wrong in a polite and respectful negotiation or debate, not negotiation. A negotiation would mean you have a chance of being right and you have a chance of me agreeing with your side of things. But it won't be a negotiation. It will be a one sided debate where I'm right and I prove you wrong through articulated points. So do with that with what you will. I'm going to hit my next set, my last set, that is, of deadlifts, and then we're moving on. And these accessories are going to go a lot quicker than deadlifts. I promise you that. So we won't be streaming too much longer here. Probably another 45 minutes or so. Yeah, probably go till about 10 o'clock, I guess. Whew, bit of a late night workout, but I kind of wanted to see how the Twitch algorithm worked. Doesn't seem like many more people are on Twitch on a Friday night, later in the night, than people on any weekday at like 5 o'clock or later. So I don't really care. I can pretty much stream anytime. Um, Anytime after like 4 or 5 o'clock is usually when I'm ready to train. I get most of my shit done earlier on in the day, um, but yeah, all right. They're gonna strap up with this pair of straps that I tactically acquired from Dick's Sporting Goods. If you know what tactically acquired means, then don't say anything in the chat because we don't need any narcs. But these were tactically acquired because the person on the phone uh, wouldn't go and check to see if they were in stock for me, even though they said they were in stock on the website at this location, and they wouldn't go and check. So I went to the store myself and then tactically acquired them when I noticed they were there. And that's the end of that story. And now I have these straps that I honestly seldom use because I don't deadlift that often. But now I'm deadlifting often, and I want to deadlift as heavy as I did before, but I guess I lost some grip gains that I used to have because I used to deadlift raw all the time. But now my deadlift's a little weaker, so I got to get my grip strength back up. But I'm not going to let grip strength hinder me from actually hitting the deadlifts I know I can hit. So I'm just going to throw the sleeves on or the straps, hit this last set, and then move on. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Ooh. Oh yeah, your fat mother can suck it. Fuck off. Ah. Oh. 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 Fuck, I don't know where that came from. Sorry for the comments about um anyone's rotund mother over there, but whew, just that demon slipping out of me after the set. You know, it creeps up as you release all that energy up to the surface. You know what I mean? I'm sure you guys know what I mean. I don't need to explain it. If I have to explain it, you probably wouldn't understand it anyways. Oh, whew. Oh, I love saying that line too. Oh, it's such a good line. If I have to explain it, you probably wouldn't understand anyways. Such a piss off. It insults someone's intelligence and tells you you're not worth explain. You're not worth wasting your time explaining something. They're too stupid to get it anyways. Oh, such a good line. And I need to use that line more often because I articulate myself way too much and for way too long. People that aren't gonna understand what I'm trying to explain anyways. And I'm talking about in real life, you know, not on stream, because obviously I can't make those judgments based on, you know, just a viewer viewing. You know what I mean? Obviously I'm not like that. I always just assume that you're someone I can learn things from, and I'm someone you can learn things from in a sense, you know. But when it comes to like real life, like you can just tell sometimes that it just ain't worth trying to explain yourself with some people because it's just a waste of your breath, your time, and as well as their brain power because they're just going to waste so much brain power trying to figure it out and they're never going to get it. So just don't. Yeah, it's just a waste of time on everyone's part. Waste of time and energy on everyone's part. So I'm sure everyone can relate to that though. Whew. But yeah, that is it for deadlifts. All right. I'm gonna pivot the camera over here to my lat pull down station where I'm just gonna do some lat pullover. Very simple exercise, you know, just kind of a good lat movement to do every now and again. You know, like normally I just do like a pull movement, you know, like a lat pull down or like a row of some sort, a barbell row, whatever. But I see people do this exercise a lot, and I like it. It makes my lats sore in a different way, which I like. Um, and yeah, it kind of just stretches the lats out in a different way too. You know, it's just a unique exercise, a unique experience. So yeah, let me do that. Boom. All right, now we're gonna hit about 4 sets of this. How many sets of deadlift do we hit? 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. Okay, yeah, this is gonna be like a pretty cheeky, like 18-set workout. We're gonna hit 4 sets of this. Ooh, yeah, look at that stretch too, people. Like you can feel it so deeply up in the lat right here. It feels so. Oh my god, that chunk of meat right here is my lat. That chunk of meat is being elongated to the max. Oh, good lord. Yeah, dude. Plus, everyone I see who does this exercise has fucking gigantic lat syndrome. They have giant lats that look shredded as fuck and make them look like a double wide barn door back. You know, that's another reason why I want to throw this exercise in more because everyone I know who does it looks fucking huge. Let me try reverse underhand grip. Not as good. Not as good. Don't fuck with that. I don't fuck with that. I don't like this, but you almost have to thrust into it to get a full ROM. But I know this looks sus as hell on camera. Woo! Yeah, my delts are pretty fucking sore too from delt day yesterday. I had a fat shoulder workout yesterday, bro. Oh, it was good though. But yeah, everyone I see who does this exercise has oh my god, I might be getting him right now. Has fucking massive wings right here. Like you see, this is non-winged, and then that is the wing. See, I did not have that sticking out of the side of my body like a year ago, or probably like 2 years ago. Honestly, I only started getting this wing about like a year or so ago. I noticed it in some pictures my mom took. So like literally, look at me. Like I'll do a front double by. So you go like this. Boom, boom. Watch the lats right here. Boom. See the fucking wing deployment? Wait, other side. Bro, this thing is like a folding plane. You just deploy the wing out here. It's like a wingsuit. I'm like a flying squirrel. Jesus! Oi! YouTube, please make that the thumbnail. Me posing right there. I'm gonna beg you to automatically somehow choose that image as the thumbnail when I post this video tomorrow. Although I might be That might be a little bit of an overambitious expectation, but YouTube usually makes the thumbnail like me setting up the camera where I'm like staring at it like this and just pressing the on button. But I don't know how to even fucking make thumbnails, dude. I gotta figure that out. That's part of why I'm a shit YouTuber, is because I don't even do like the basic shit these other people do. But I'm just fucking, I don't know. I'm not tech savvy, and I just don't like sitting down and learning programs that I've never seen before. You know, like fucking Photoshop or something. I don't know what you make thumbnails on. Like it's probably not that hard. It's just I don't know. I don't like teaching myself outside of online school sometimes, unless I like it's something I really want to do. You know, it's just I need to get used to the process of content creation. I'm just not in the groove of it. I'm a noob at it. You know, I kind of just like 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 basically I just kind of have it going on its own right now. I have a stream that goes live, and I'm able to post the videos on YouTube, but it's like exactly that. It's like no better than that. You know, I just need to I don't know really figure out how to make content. It's just annoying, dude. All the fucking videos I watch on YouTube about it is just like people who are just giving me like these bullshit ass fucking tactics and techniques, and then every time I try and learn like a graphic editing thing, a graphic design thing, everyone's giving me a tutorial that like works on their computer, but like the buttons and the way things are placed and the setup of things are just different on my screen. I can't follow these tutorials. It's so stupid how shit works like that, you know? Because they fucking update these fucking apps and then move the layout around, and it's just a whole new thing now. I don't fucking know, but it's just a learning curve that I've never been good at overcoming when it comes to technology. You know, I'm good with hands-on problems. I'm good with, um, working out solutions like that can make things work. But I'm not good at like I guess perfecting things and doing them the full-on by the book right way. Let's say, you know, because I'm more so just a pioneer who likes to invent their own methods, anyways. But sometimes that's the hard way. All right. Anyways, let's hit our next set of lats here. Whew. Add a little weight. Do another friggin' 15 to 20 reps. Repazoids. Yeah, buddy. Ooh. 19, 20. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. That was a good set. We drink a little water. Drink a little bottle of water. Oh. Yeah, bro, it is fucking cold here in New England, though. I know it's even colder up north in like Canada, New Hampshire, like all those like northern-ish states. I mean, I'm not even the furthest north in New England, but like, holy shit, dude! Even here where I'm at, it's like cut open a fucking tauntaun and sleep inside its guts. Fucking cold here, man. That's what you fucking gotta do. You know, it is rough out here. Plus the wind chill, bro. I don't even know. Does anybody even get that reference? I hope they do. Episode 5, baby. They get the reference. I'm sure they get it. The people back home, they get the reference. Ugh. Where's my other 2.5? I gotta put it back in the 2.5 shelf. Whew. All right, we'll hit our next set in a second here. But yeah, I don't know. Anyone got any fitness questions? Any questions about life? Any questions about me? They want to throw in the chat? Anything at all? Anything at all? Literally anything at all. I'll fucking give you my best opinion on it and or best advice that I know, based on experience or based on what I've heard or read or my opinion that I think of. So yeah, I'm game for that. So otherwise, you can keep listening to the ramble of whatever comes to my mind, um, which is an obscure plethora of things. So yeah, unless you want to divulge into the manifolds of my mind as I unravel them in front of you, and you listen to the words that come out of my mouth betwixt your ears, before your very eyes, then that's fine by me too. I will keep using as many big words in conjunction as I possibly can to confuse you and make myself sound smarter, even if I'm using them out of context. Doesn't really matter, because nobody's ever called me out on misusing a word. So I will keep using them in the manner I use them because people seem to understand, and or they don't want to call me out because they don't know what the word means either. So, and a bit of a funny gimmick. I probably shouldn't play that game with the guy who invented the Webster Thesaurus Dictionary fucking series, or maybe like Neil deGrasse Tyson. He uses a lot of big words that I don't understand. So he might have me beat in that game. But yeah, pick your battles when it comes to that one. Where you use your big words. But I also do attribute my knowledge of big words, my vast knowledge, to my high school English teacher who I had for 4 years, who week in, week out, he would make us like study and memorize and take a quiz on a sheet of like 10 to 15 vocabulary words. And I'm always like, why the fuck are we doing this, man? This shit seems so pointless, seems so stupid. And then I'm an adult now who has a far more articulative vocabulary than most people I know. And I would probably attribute it to that man giving us those vocabulary lessons. And that's all I can say about all he taught, to be fair. He wasn't the best with teaching, the historical English literature of Shakespeare and, fucking The Catcher in the Rye, at least dog shit books they make you read in high school. But he did help you learn the vocabulary. And even though I cheated on most of those quizzes, which I don't consider cheating, I consider it adapting to my learning style, which is not memory based. My learning style is note taking based. So I adapted to my learning style and would look at my notes to memorize the words, but the words still stick with me nonetheless. And I recite those words on a daily basis as I articulate myself on a daily basis. And now that I'm working my way towards a potential career path on social media, which benefits of my public speaking abilities, then I'm starting to learn that the vocabulary that I picked up from high school from that teacher is coming in handy very nicely. So I like it. Ugh. Okay, that was some contortion right there to get there to add the weights on. But that's at our next set. We got 2 sets to go. Yep. 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 Up. Up. Yep. Up. Oh, what the hell, man? I don't get this conundrum, this phenomenon, this catch 22, this kerfuffle, this fucking skerfuffle. I don't get it. So there's a certain curve of an exercise where it goes from feeling too light to the point where you don't feel the muscle, feeling too light to the point where it hurts weak muscles like rotator cuff, and feeling perfectly heavy to the point where it doesn't aggravate your rotator cuff and works the muscle you're trying to isolate, to then very quickly getting too heavy, hurting your rotator cuff again, and not being able to isolate your muscle. So, ooh, like that. All right. So basically, what I mean by that is when I do cable rear delt flies and I only use 2.5 pounds on my stack, because that's literally all I need for a warm up set. That warm up set, I almost don't feel it on the rear delt until about 20 or 30 reps. And it also almost is uncomfortable on the rotator cuff for some reason. Then when I go up to 5 pounds on each side, it feels perfect on the rotator cuff. I feel it in my rear delts in like 5 to 10 reps. And then once I get up to like 10 or 20 pounds on each side, it's too heavy and it hurts, and I can't do a rep. I don't feel it in my rear delts, and it hurts my rotator cuff. Same is feeling true right here with this lat pullover. The first two sets felt really light, but they almost hurt my rotator cuff for some reason. Whereas now that I'm getting a little heavier, it somehow feels better on the rotator cuff. Doesn't hurt, and I'm engaging my lats more. So that's a bit of an interesting phenomenon, but um, yeah, I am going to I'm gonna have to take a quick break real quick. I need to grab a bottle of water, people. So 'cause I drank all my other ones, so I'll be right back real quick. Hang on a second. I'll turn the music up too. Just enjoy that, people. Okay, I'm back, people. All right, let's hit this last set of lat pullovers here. So, and then we'll move on to our final circuit, and that'll conclude today's leg workout. Leg workout. Doing the air quotes here because it's not really a leg workout. It's leg day based on my split, but we are indeed not really hitting legs. Although to be fair, we did. Oy! Fuck, you know, that feels so good. Jesus. Jesus, swoly Lord and Savior. Oh, ah, one more. Now live in the stretch. Live in it, people. Live in this stretch. Oh, relish the stretch. Oh, embrace the stretch. Whew. Oh, holy fuck. I'm gonna have some goddamn sore wings tomorrow just from that one exercise. Plus deadlifts too, to be fair. But, jeez. Whew. All right. I'm gonna jump right in a minute. As whew, whoa, got a little cold chill there. Got a little chill. Shook me up there for a sec. Oh, all right. Now I'm gonna take a nice shower after this though. Um, yeah, shoulders aren't too sore. Fucking hey, dude. I'm not trying to fucking, you know, toot my own horn here and freaking drop my own jaw over looking at myself on a camera and in a mirror, but it's like, what the fuck, man? I don't usually look this good in the fucking mirror. I don't know. Maybe it's my eyes. Maybe I have reverse body dysmorphia, where I'm overweight, but I think I look better than I do. I don't know, man. I don't think this mirror is lying to me. I don't think my eyes are lying. I think I'm probably just a little dehydrated today, which is why my muscles are more prominent. I'm just less hydrated. I have less water in the muscles, which is what's making them um, look a little more lean. That honestly might just be the simple answer, but I don't know. My piss has been pretty clear. That's usually my goal every day is clear piss. Um, And I know it's a weird thing to talk about, but I don't really care. I mean, it's a pretty easy way to judge it. If you're dehydrated, your piss is fucking dark yellow or brown and, smells like shit. If your piss is fucking crystal clear and it looks like you don't even need to flush the toilet because the water didn't even change color, then you're fucking hydrated. Congratulations, you're hydrated. It's a very easy metric. And, you know, if you work a sucky job, drink more fucking water. Take more piss breaks. Enjoy your life, man. I love taking a piss. It's fucking awesome. I drink water all day long. I piss like, once every like hour or two, and then that's fucking it. I get a little fucking easy break. I don't go and take fucking smoke breaks, smoke cigarettes or anything. But I should be entitled to drink as much water as I want, take as many piss breaks as I need. So, it's a little cheat code for more breaks too. If you're working a sucky job and you want to stay hydrated for your workouts after work, and your boss isn't a freaking bathroom fucking camera watcher or whatever, who friggin' controls how many bathroom breaks you take or something, which I feel like is some kind of law being broken there, because I feel like there's a human decency in allowing people as many bathroom breaks as they need, to an extent where it's like, all right, if you're taking like, you know, 2 2-hour shits a day and you're shitting 4 hours out of your 8-hour shift, okay, that's a fucking difference. Now you're just wasting company time here. Unless you really get a bowel problem or something, but it's like, you have to work overtime, man, or something. That's a little too ridiculous. Take your laptop on the toilet or something. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna have to work around that one a little bit. But a piss is a fucking 5 minute break. At most, you fucking walk there, you take a piss, you wash your hands, you walk back. You get to stretch your legs a little bit. You get to keep the body recycling its liquids and accessing as much waste as it can. I think drinking more water helps your blood flow better and helps your joints from aching because it's adding this layer of fluidity and cushioning in like the gel sacks that support your bones, like the space between your bones, which is why I think my joints crack so much. Like if I twist my back right now, hold on, let me turn the music off. Turn the music off. I will twist right now, and hopefully you guys can hear this on mic. Let me turn the fan off too, even. All right, everyone be quiet. Turn your volume up all the way, and just listen to my back. All right, as I twist. Get the angle perfect. Other side, maybe. Other side will be a good twist. Listen to this, trust me. All right. Wait. Maybe this way. Hold on. There's a few angles you can hit it to really hit the twist. Oh! I don't know if you heard that one. That was like 10 pops in a row, all the way from like the mid back up to like, or the low back to the mid back, just all cracked. Oh my god. Same with my knuckles, my knees, every time I bend down. You guys might have heard that. I don't know. But, whew. Yeah, either way. Either way. Um, all my joints crack a lot, which I don't know if it's unhealthy or healthy because I feel like it's directly related to, you know, all the water I drink, literally. So, yeah, let me set up my next circuit here, um, which is going to be incline trap shrugs and um, cable hamstring curls. So, yeah, get ready for that, people. This is the last circuit of the workout here, and then we'll be wrapping it up. So, yeah, get any final questions that you might have for me today? Otherwise, you're gonna have to wait till tomorrow's stream or potentially Mondays. So, yeah, let me know, people. I hope you guys can hear the music. If you guys can't hear the music, because I have the mic settings, so it tunes out the music, and it's just me standing here, fucking gyrating in front of the camera, that's gonna look weird as fuck. But I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Fuck, dude. I hope you're allowed to say fuck on Twitch and other platforms of them bitching at you. You know, like whoever moderates that shit. I feel like you're allowed to say fuck. A lot of people I watch say fuck. So, I don't fucking care. I hate this stupid fucking, you know, way the fucking world has to be about being fucking on everybody's ass about speech and words and censorship. It's so stupid. It's so un-American too. When we live in a country with a fucking freedom of speech in our founding document, you know, and we got to listen to these fucking social media fucking moguls tell us what we can and can't say. It's a fucking joke. You know, these people sit in their goddamn executive offices on top of skyscrapers and try and control what us peasants on ground level, you know, control what us ground founders fucking see and think. You know, it's the most fucking absolutely, you know, cynical form of narcissism and false prophethood. You know, what these social media companies think they have for power over the masses. You know, they're just a bunch of false prophets dictating the flow of information. You know, like they're a god. You know, they're just absolute false prophets. Hungry for power, hungry for clicks, hungry for money, hungry for your attention. You know, and they feed off of that shit. And to an extent, I'm contributing to this system, but you know, you have to game the system, and you have to hope that enough good people are working within the system to make it less corrupt. But that hope seems more and more of a pipe dream as the days go on. But I don't know. Society can always change drastically. You never know. Society can always change drastically for the better or worse. So, but sometimes it has to get worse to get better, I think. Like look at the American Civil War. I'm sure the Civil War itself was not inherently good for the country, but the byproduct of it is now we don't have slaves. We do not do slavery anymore after fighting a bloody, horrible war between Americans versus Americans. So, things had to get worse and bad before they got good. And even then, it took a long time to even really, get over like segregation and all those other bad things. But the point is, sometimes things get fucking worse before they get better. And you just have to tough through the fucking shit times and make the good times and make the most out of the good times when they happen too. So, right now out of COVID, I think we're coming out of one of the worst times there ever was. But to be fair, it might just be a big fat segue into World War fucking three. So, big fucking whoop that is. That's a lot of getting worse before it gets better. Dealing with the whole pandemic and then a fucking World War next. Great. But at that point, I feel like it'll either get so worse because it'll be a nuclear war that we go extinct and we won't have to worry about it, or it will genuinely just start getting better after that point. Who knows? Only time will tell. Do, do. Yeah. Yeah, we fucking do. Oh my god, dude. I got fucking plates all over the floor here. I literally have a pile of plates over here. Look at this shit. You guys see over there? There's like 8 different plates on the floor. Fuck picking that shit up, man. I'll pick it up tomorrow for my next workout. That's what I always do. I always stick the cleanup until next day. I'm always too tired to clean up the gym after the workout, so I just fucking deal with it the next day. Oh my god, did I have to take 275 pounds off the fucking deadlift bar? That's such a bitch. That's such a bitch to do. Fuck that for a laugh. Ugh. Ooh, I like that fucking transition in this song. And when the fucking. I gotta rewind that. Yo, reload the tank, bro. Also, if you guys are wondering what we're doing here, we are getting very elaborate with our hamstring gains today. To be fair, though, I think I've done this on stream before, but we're doing it again, motherfuckers. So strap in and strap on. Let's fucking go. You. Yeah, buddy. Ooh. You know what else I've been watching recently on HBO Max? If you guys got that streaming app. Hey, what's up, man? I've been watching this show called Peacemaker. It's got John Cena as a superhero, which is actually pretty funny. Because his name's Peacemaker, and his fucking catchphrase is, uh, "I cherish peace with all my heart, and I don't care how many man, women, and children I have to kill to get it." That fucking line gets me. That line cracks me up so bad. It's so fucking funny when he fucking says it with a dead straight face, like he means it from the bottom of his heart. Fucking hilarious. So yeah, I've been watching that show. That show's wicked funny on HBO Max. Um, fuck man, that whole concept of just like like raunchy superhero shows, like The Boys, where it's basically probably a very realistic representation of what real superheroes would be corporatized in America. Like they'd become these celebrities, they'd be, political tools, they'd be fucking, complete fake ass phonies who live a double life on camera and as a superhero as they do out of their costume. You know what I mean? Like I feel like that's like Amazon's show The Boys is exactly what real superheroes would be like. And that concept of doing superheroes like that, not just make them like these perfect god beings who are just, you know, who just save the day all the time. Like, no, make them assholes in their real life. Make them like pieces of shit, like Peacekeeper, who just murders everybody. And that's his superpower, pretty much, is just murdering people with guns. It's like that just concept of a air quote superhero. We're doing a lot of air quotes this stream is just really funny to me because they're just like they just have these godlike egos to themselves, and they think they're like a savior. They have a savior complex, and like this, they just think what they're doing is for good and for a hero like purpose. But their means are just twisted. You know what I mean? It's so funny when they do shit like that. But anyways, let me hit my first set of shrugs here, and then we'll hit our first set of hamstring curls, people. Yeah, buddy. Ooh. 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 All right, recline it one more. Wrong height. Wrong height. Oh yeah, this is the right height, buddy. Ooh, yes, sir. Oh. Whew. All right, let me just grab a shit ton of plates off the floor here. Shit, mic still working? Check, check, check. All right, good. Mic's still on. Cool. I thought I just broke my mic right there, crushing it on the bench. But fortunately, we did not. And hopefully, I can successfully execute some reps on hamstring curl here without wincing in pain. But I have not experienced calf soreness this severe probably since actual college soccer days, to be fair. This is like advanced soreness in the calves. And it's probably because I played soccer for the first time on Tuesday, for the first time in like a few months. So that's kind of what took the stamina and or the muscular endurance out of me. I've been hitting calves on leg day like every week for friggin' months. But anyways, let me hit this set. So, all right, come on, calves, don't hold me back. Let's go. Woo. Go. Yeah, buddy. Ooh. Ow! Fuck, that hurts. Fuck. I'm gonna complain like a bitch all set. Ow. Ow. Eh. Fuck. I like the pain. I like the pain. Fuck, teen. Fuck, teen. Fuck. 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 Brr. Yeah. Wah. Oh. Fuck. Eh. Yeah, calves do need to be trained really hard. Fortunately, I've never had small calves that I've been self-conscious about because my lifetime of soccer and running-based sports has honestly built me up some pretty impressive yams back there. Um, oh my god, dude. Yeah, look at this fucking. This ain't a cow, dude. This ain't a calf. This is a cow. You fucking see this shit? That is a bulbous fucking tumor sticking off the back of my leg. Big tumor. Now let's look at little tumor. Yeah, dude. This thing's the size of a fucking softball. Maybe a baseball. So I've never had small calf syndrome, which is fortunate, but it doesn't mean I don't train them. I always throw, a good 3 or 4 sets of calves at the end of my leg workout or somewhere in the leg workout. Um, or, when I play soccer, sometimes, whether it's a weekly basis or every now and again, the shin splints and the calf soreness from all that explosive stop start turning and running gets my calves so sore like nothing else. So this week I'm skipping direct calf isolation because my calves got sore through other means by playing soccer. So, more than one way to fucking skin an animal. More than one way to skin a calf. Well, I mean, I don't want to make an assumption, but if you are fat and let's just say you have a heavy upper body or gut, if you walk around with that, your legs are going to be a very strong muscle group because it's as if I'd be walking around with a 100-pound barbell on my back instead of having this gut because I don't have much of a gut. You know what I mean? Like, my dad is a bit overweight, but his fucking calves, I'm like 60 kg. Okay, I mean, I wasn't trying to assume you're fat. I'm just saying that's a typical reason some people have big calves because they're just fat and they walk with a lot of weight on them, so their legs and calves look fucking ripped. Like I mean, like you know, like professional biking cyclist ripped, or like bodybuilder friggin' ripped. Because you're just walking around with so much mass on you all day. You know what I mean? Like that's an easy way to get big legs, but it's at a huge detriment to your upper body and your health. So I wouldn't recommend it. Um, but I mean, hey, having big calves to start, that's a good thing. You don't need to train them as hard to grow them. You just need to maintain and maybe tone. You know. But yeah, no, not trying to insult anybody here. Just at least not right now. Just just sharing my 2 cents based on what I've seen. A lot of people who have big calves without training are usually big people who walk around with a lot of body weight. That's just my experience, though. But yeah, but I mean, yeah, I've never been fat, and I have pretty good sized calves. But I'd say I know it's from my sporting background. I mean, it has to be, unless I'm just genetically predisposed to have big calves. Because not everyone who plays soccer has big calves, but I got big calves from playing soccer my whole life. So, eh, my calves have to carry around my ego all the time, I guess. Yeah, to be fair, or you might have a fat cock. So if you have one of those, that might be dragging you down too. So what's bigger, your fucking cock or your ego? You know, they both could weigh you down pretty heavily as you walk around during the day. So that's why you got to do your kettlebell swings because you need to work on your groin strength and your squats so you can carry around your fucking tripod. You know what I mean? That's how it works. Hard question, can't decide. Well, you ponder that one for a minute. Maybe break out a tape measure if you have to. You know. Oh god, I don't know what direction the stream's going in now. I don't know which direction the stream's going in now. We've ventured into some uncharted territories. Okay. Hit this next set of hamstring curls. Hey, fair enough, man. Yeah, definitely take your rest days. Rest days are certainly important, especially if you're limited on equipment or exercises and you're kind of stuck between doing some of the same stuff. Definitely take your rest days instead of just doing everything every day. Um, unless you're okay with not going to failure and doing like 60 or 70% every day, rather than going like 100% like 3 or 4 days in a row. I prefer going 100% at 3 or 4 days rather than like 60 to 70% 7 days a week or 6 days a week. But some people like it the other way. You know, they'd rather do a little less each day, but do more often. Rather than me, I'd rather do more a few days and enjoy my rest days. But let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Want it. 5. Need it. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, well, yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Sometimes, yeah, sometimes you undershoot and don't get as sore as you could. Um, but here's where I think having a workout schedule helped because my schedule is Monday, Tuesday, chest and back. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, shoulders, legs, arms. And I've stuck to that order very frequently, and my body adapts to recovering hard on Wednesdays and Sundays because it's on the schedule. So I say if you can try and establish some sort of schedule for your workout routines, even if it's just around basic exercises like push-ups, pull-ups, and stuff like that, you know, um, I think your body will get used to the cycle of it and the recovery aspect of it. Even though I know what you said, you didn't really get sore and you didn't know why you took the rest days. You should know why you're taking rest days, and you should try to train to get sore to deserve the rest days. Because if you're not getting sore to need rest days, then either you should train on that rest day or train harder on the training days so that you need a rest day, so that you need to recover. So that's how you're really going to stimulate growth unless you're doing a little bit every day, or if you go a lot every other day. So, but yeah, I mean, anything's better than nothing. It's still, good on you. Are you the guy who um, said like you have like, I think the daughters or something, and you're training at home with like minimal equipment? We're thinking about getting like dumbbells, I believe, over in Europe, somewhere in Europe. I think that was you. Going 100% every day and explode after 2 weeks. What do you mean explode after 2 weeks? Like burn out after 2 weeks? Yeah, that's not a good strategy either. Don't go 100% 7 day, 14 days in a row, and then take a month off. You know, go 100%. You know, 7 or 8 out of those 14 days by going like every other day, and then just keep going for months on end. You know what I mean? That's what will really make you the progress, not working hard for 2 weeks, taking 2 weeks off, working hard another 2 weeks, taking 2 more weeks off. That is definitely not how the gym works. Um, I can tell you that for sure. That's how you never make any progress because that's how I used to train, except on a longer distance. I would basically not be in the gym at all, training strength from August till like, you know, February or March because that was soccer and hockey season between then, and I would only go in the weight room and in the gym when those sports were out of season. So my off season I spent in the gym. So basically, like you're saying, work out for 2 weeks really hard. I worked out for 6 months really hard, then didn't work out for 6 months because I played sports really hard for 6 months. Lost all my gains, never made any progress because the 6 months I spent in the gym in the off season was just me working back to what I had made the last summer. I never built upon what I made year to year because I didn't keep going throughout the seasons because I was just too busy playing the fucking sport. I didn't want to be sore while trying to compete, as hard as I could in these sports. Um, can you imagine doing biceps every day till muscle failure, just shredding your biceps away in a few weeks? Yeah, it's called at some point you're going to get a bicep tear, and your biceps are going to look deformed for the rest of your life, and you're never going to have nice looking biceps. I never want to have a bicep tear. I treat my biceps very delicately. Hold on, I'm getting a phone call. Sorry, might be important. Don't want my parents to be in some accident or something. Hold on. All right, Jesus, people, don't fucking call me during my stream unless you fucking have an emergency. Come on, I don't fucking care how your day's going. Fuck, I'm busy here. You know, only fucking call me if you get into a fucking car crash on my fucking stream. Seriously, fucking hell. Sorry about that, people. All right, I'm gonna do push-ups then. Yeah, no, do push-ups. Do fucking. The only good body weight bicep exercise I would say there is if you can get like a pull-up bar or some dumbbells. Well, I mean dumbbells aren't body weight, but dumbbells are a really good um, way to train your biceps. So if you do end up getting a pair of dumbbells, that would be great for your biceps. You don't have to train them every day though. That's the thing. You can train them, once or twice a week, like me. You know, I train my biceps once. I do like one bicep exercise on my back workout, where I'll throw in some biceps. Um, or I'll only train them once a week on just my arm day. You know. Ooh. That's where having more equipment and more variety helps you hit different muscles more often. If your only tool is push-ups, it is tough to hit different muscle groups. I fully understand that it can be challenging, but if you could get a pair of dumbbells, that opens a whole new world for you of exercises and different muscle groups to train. You can train everything with dumbbells. Oh, fuck. Well, here's what I would recommend, and this is a very serious recommendation. I would get a multi-pack of resistance bands, like ones that go from like a really thick band to one thinner, thinner, and thinner, like a really thin band. And also try and get a pair of dumbbells if you can. Um, and um, I can show you in my next stream, either tomorrow or Monday, when I do some pressing work, the warm ups I do for my pushing workouts, which would directly relate to your push up style training. because I'm guessing your shoulder is hurting right up in here in the rotator cuff, most likely. And if you get just a set of resistance bands, which would probably be less than like, like 20 or 30 bucks on Amazon, most likely, or euros or whatever, that will give you basically a cable machine in the bands where you just hook it up to a doorknob or, hang like a hook on the wall or something, a sturdy-ish hook, and then um, basically use the band to do these warm-up exercises that will help strengthen and help you protect yourself from injury. Because, um, so basically, if you hop in the stream tomorrow or Monday and watch me press, I'll thoroughly talk you through my warm-up exercises, and I'll show you how to do them with a band too, a resistance band, um, so that you can do the same warm-ups I do for pressing. That should help you be able to do your push-ups injury-free. So that's something to think about. If you're looking into getting a pair of dumbbells, maybe you should also look into getting a pair of or a set of resistance bands because they're very cheap and they can also offer you a lot of variation in your workouts from home. Let me get this next set here. Come on. Oh, I know it's only your left shoulder, but eventually that pain could creep into your right shoulder and make that not feel good, or your left shoulder might get worse and like tear or something. You don't want that. There's ways you can strengthen it doing like physical therapy type exercises and warm-up routines that will over time make that pain go away and by strengthening the part that hurts. Trust me, it works. I've done it myself. I had shoulder pain in my first year because I was benching way too often without any gear, no elbow sleeves, no wrist straps, nothing, and no warm-up. And then I got injured, and then I started doing these warm-ups and PT exercises, and they changed my shoulder pain forever. So I can help you with that for sure. Come on. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, I'm going to do a little less weight on that next set. Whew, just a little. Well, if it's a grinding noise, that most likely means you probably aren't drinking enough fluids to build the spacing between the joints. So basically, your bones are just rubbing against each other with no either muscular tissue or fluid sacs, which is where the drinking lots of water comes in handy because, you know, picture when you rub sticks together and it makes a fire. That's friction. If you have that friction happening in your bones, it's not going to start a fire, but it is going to deteriorate your bones quicker than they're supposed to, and it will cause pain eventually. Which I don't want to. I don't want to lead you down that road because you keep doing these push-ups with a hurt shoulder instead of working to strengthen the shoulder and build fluidity and cushioning around it. So that's another thing where if you can build muscle. So basically, when you do a push-up, yes, it's working on your front delts, your triceps, and your chest, but it's not so much working on the muscles right around your bone where things like a rotator cuff extension with a light band, where you just have a band pulling on your hand and you extend away to flex up in your shoulder, that will build muscle where your bones are grinding against each other, which is what you want because you need that layer of protection to avoid the pain and protect the bone from rubbing against your other raw bones, if that makes sense. So basically, the same exercise I would prescribe you um, that I use for a warm up are the ones that will help fix your shoulder by building muscle around it, um, which in turn will protect it from the grinding you're experiencing. Because my mom has the same problem. She basically just has a lack of muscle in the areas in her shoulders and that's what hurts her because the bones are just grinding. And I keep telling her it's these reasons that she needs to do these rehab exercises, build muscle around those small areas, and drink more water. And she doesn't listen. She just keeps kickboxing and she keeps throwing punches with a bad shoulder, and it just keeps hurting her, and she doesn't learn from her mistakes. I try and give her the advice and the tools she needs, but she doesn't listen. Um, yeah, it's a grinding noise. Yeah, I mean, that is most likely just a lack of muscle in a specific area because it's probably your rotator cuff. So basically, the joint that connects the let me get in camera. So basically, the joint in the ball of your shoulder that does all the rotation, like this, 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 everything that lets your shoulder do all these things and swimming and throwing and punching and pulling and pushing. Your rotator cuff does all of these functions. It is a very diverse group of muscle. Google says it's a bone tumor. Guess I'll die. Well, okay. I don't know how to prescribe advice for a bone tumor, but uh yeah, you might need to get some real medical attention for that one. Whew. Yeah, bone tumor. You might be fucked on that one. So I don't know if my warm up and physical therapy type remedies will help you there. But I also think you're probably joking. But I don't know if a bone tumor is even a thing. But I don't even think that's real. I mean, maybe it is. I mean, I know there's bone cancer, but I feel like that's a different thing. Um, but yeah, I mean, and it's not an instant fix. It's not like you'll do my warm up routine once and the pain will go away. You'll do my warm up routine over the next 3 months, and then maybe you'll start realizing, huh, I haven't had shoulder pain in like a dozen workouts. These workouts have been feeling great, and I'm making a lot more gains. Like I can do way more push-ups than before, and my shoulder pain's going away. Like you notice it after a few months or years, or like a year or so is when I started to notice it. It didn't go away instantly, which made me think physical therapy is a fucking scam, and I didn't want to keep doing it, but I kept doing it and it worked. So it's a process, my guy, but I can show you the ways if you're willing to absorb the knowledge and let me teach you. Because I want to teach you. I don't want to see you give up on your fitness journey because the push-ups injure your shoulder just because you don't, you know, have the right warm-up routine or something, or you're just holding yourself back from being able to train more consistently. I don't want to see something stupid like that happen. No, because fitness is not the only prescription. There's other prescriptions too. You need warm ups, you need mobility, flexibility, good diet. All these things also need to come with your good fitness hygiene. Otherwise, your fitness hygiene is going to be suboptimal, meaning you won't make as many gains, you'll get injured more often, and you won't get all the benefits out of the gym that you're supposed to be getting, that I want you to get. So, I don't tell people the joys of the gym is going in, training your ass off, and injuring yourself, and then not working out for 2 weeks. That's not my sales pitch. My sales pitch is how to properly warm up, how to train for longevity, so you can train a long time for your whole life while still achieving your goals of strength, definition, muscle mass, athleticism. That's my fucking goal. Is long-term training, injury-free, and continuing to make progress forever. No matter what your goals are. 9, 10, 12, 13, 14. Oh, oh shit. Yeah, fair enough. Google is not a great diagnosis unless you really are good at identifying the type of pain your body is in, the type of discomfort your body's describing to you. You know, like I know what you described as grinding of the bones. You know, um, could also just be described as um, shoulder inflammation or you know some kind of dislocation or fracture. Like if you don't put the right input in for the type of pain you're experiencing, you're going to get a whole different disease or myriad of problems that are completely unrelated. So if the word bones grinding you're using is the proper terminology too, you might actually find you know the type of injury you're experiencing. But that's the problem too, is like people don't know what the right terminology is. Like inflammation versus bone grinding, they're probably similar feelings, but it's tough to pin down what both are unless you've had both before. You know, it doesn't even matter what you Google, and then Google says you have a tumor somewhere. Well, yeah, I mean, maybe, but I've used it and gotten useful information before because I was able to identify some knee pain I was having. I narrowed it down to patella tendonitis or bursitis, and I brought that information to the doctor because I'm that asshole who, does their own Google research and tells the doctor what I think it is. But it's only because I'm trying to save him time. I don't want him to say it could be 100 things. I want to give him like the top 5 things I think it is, and if he thinks it's one of those at least, then it kind of helps give him some direction. I'm not trying to tell him how to do his job. I'm not trying to act like I know more than based on a Google search, but I was able to bring in just a few suggestions based on my own little bit of research, and he seemed to agree with me. And he was right, and he gave me a prescription of what would make it go away, which was just ease off the knee and do some lighter knee exercises to help strengthen it, which is exactly what I did. So, and then my knee, which ended up being bursitis, which is when you are constantly training on a certain muscle or joint, which I was at the time, and this is very similar to you, so listen up. Um, I was, training for soccer, for college soccer, so I was going to the soccer field almost every day, running, doing cardio, and kicking balls to train, every different aspect of my game. But that's a lot of wear and tear and mileage on your knees. It uses a lot of fluid to keep the cushioning in your knees there. And what I was doing was wearing away the fluid sacs, which is what bursitis is, which is where those sacs burst and dissipate and cease to exist in the knee. So then you just have bone to bone contact, which is very uncomfortable for most people, especially in the knees because you put all your body weight on them all day, especially when you're kicking with that knee to kick a ball with a lot of power. And when I cut back on my soccer training and added in a little bit of strength training and recovery, physical therapy type work, the knee pain went away and it actually got stronger because I added muscle tissue around the knee joint. So think of it that way. I've had a very similar problem, but in my knee, um, and I was able to solve it using the same methods of, warming up, easing up on my training, not, playing soccer every day, like for you, not doing push ups every day or not going to fail every day on push ups, and warming up properly and doing physical therapy exercise. That's just what you have to do if you want the longevity in your shoulders to keep doing push ups for years. So that's what you got to do, man. I know that might not be the prettiest, solution or, the quick, easy solution, but I'm telling you from experience, that's what worked for me and that's what I can prescribe. But you're free to pursue whatever method you think will work best for you. I can only give my best advice based on my own experiences and my own knowledge, and that's the best I can offer. Yeah. 8, 9, 10. 19, 18, 19, 20. Oh, oh. Okay. 10:30 on the dot. Yeah, I started this work at like 7:30. That's about right. This has been a 3-hour stream. Whew. But yeah, it's been a fucking good stream, honestly. Good back day. Took a little longer than I thought. Didn't really get too much work in for as long as this workout was, but That's okay, because I love hanging out with the stream. So it's better than just fucking off on my own, doing my own stupid shit, sitting in this room, this tiny room, talking to myself. So, I'm a fucking weird dude, I know, but I think admitting it is part of the process of overcoming it. But yeah, hopefully some of what I said made sense there. Obviously today was not a pressing workout for me, so I'm not going to do my pressing warm ups, but I am going to give you a cliffhanger and say if you want to learn my pressing warm ups, check into the stream tomorrow or Monday. Um, I do listen to music actually. You guys can't hear it because I messed with the audio settings. Um, yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. It's probably weird when I just kind of start like grooving a little bit on camera. You guys probably can't even hear the music. Um, yeah, we got music going. I like to play a little bit of bass drop, techno kind of stuff because that's the non-copyright sound music, which I think is what you're supposed to play when you're doing like streams or something, so people don't, like so YouTube doesn't say, oh, you gotta pay this fucking music company this much money of your, $0 that you make off of posting videos because you use their song and they have a trademark. Like I don't want to fucking deal with that. I'd rather just do non-copyright sound because I actually like it and it's easier. But yeah, I do listen to music. It's just you guys can't usually hear it, and it's to the point where it's like the music is pretty loud, but it gets to the point where I have to like yell to talk over it. So I usually play it pretty dimly, and I only turn it up like when I walk away to go to the bathroom or something, or if I'm about to hit like a hardcore set and I need some extra motivation. But yeah, no, I do listen to music. It's just usually muffled out of you guys' hearing, so you can just hear the tender, sweet softness of my voice. But um, yeah, so check out tomorrow's stream or maybe Monday, whenever you got time, and I can teach you about warming up your shoulders properly for push-ups or bench press or any kind of movement like that. And yeah, that sounds like a good plan there. So you can have healthy shoulders, for the rest of your life, and never deal with that left shoulder pain again. Hopefully, because I'm pretty sure the methods I'll prescribe you will help reduce that, mitigate that, or make that go away completely. So, yeah, I would definitely check that out. Yeah, I mean, I do like to turn up the music a little bit for like heavy sets or max out sets or whatever. 'Cause it does hype me up a lot. But yeah, I don't know. I was getting so bored with music before I started the GYMCAST here, that I was listening to like podcasts while I worked out. It was honestly like that boring. I'm like listening to like Joe Rogan and fucking, like Theo Vaughn fucking talk about doing mushrooms and DMT while I'm working out. It's like so stupid. Like I like Joe Rogan. Don't get me wrong; he's got some good episodes, but it's like, you know, I can only listen to the guy ramble on about fucking psychedelic drugs for so fucking long. I'm trying to work out here, man. I'm not trying to fucking, we're not in a teepee passing a fucking peace pipe around. Like talk about some fucking real shit. Talk about martial arts or something. But you know, I ain't gonna listen to a podcast now while I'm on the stream. That'd be weird too. I'm making a podcast. I wouldn't do podcastception, where we're listening to a podcast while we're making one. So, but speaking of podcasts, I might actually be making a legit, straight up podcast with my friend Jake. We might be launching a legitimate podcast that is solely a podcast, not a gymcast like I'm doing. My gymcast is unique because it's combining live action workouts that with your host here, me, while mixing that with hybridizing it with podcast style dialogue as I talk through my entire workouts and leave almost no dead air. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy that. Tune in for the workouts, tune in for the warm ups, tune in for the knowledge, tune in for the conversation, tune in for the camaraderie, tune in for the sound of my voice, tune in to see my fitness journey, tune in to learn something about yourself along the way, and tune in just to have fun. So, Joe and his DMT, yep. So, all right, with that being said, people, I'm going to end the stream here. It's been a good one. Have a great rest of your Friday night, everybody. And yeah, peace out. Check in tomorrow or Monday for the next live stream. Good night.